preparing for this show. A lot has gone into it. A lot has, I gotta say. And it is time. Marissa Rose, welcome in.
From New York, the smelliest city on earth, it's late night tonight. With David Sanders. Tonight, Leslie Danner. Josh Belmar. Plus, Don Anderson, the Channel 9 band.
Taz, welcome in.
And now your host, David Sanders.
Here we are. What a night to be alive. What a night to be alive, I tell you, what a night to be alive. I tell you, get this off the screen. Welcome, everyone. You love David Sanders' time. Welcome in. This is one of the most star-studded events we have ever done. Star-studded. We have action filled from the top to the bottom. Every second we have a plan. Every moment is planned. It's going to be a good night. I can't wait for it. Hope everyone's have a fantastic night. And you know what? I have my opening remarks right here. Let's get to the guest. Right now. Our first guest is Leslie Tanner. Let's bring him up on the screen. Let me get him here. All right. Oh, one moment. Hey, we work with what we have. There we are. Can you hear me, Leslie?
I can hear you loud and clear. It's fantastic to be here with you tonight.
Amazing, Leslie. Let me capture you real quick on the screen, and you are going to be brought right into the studio. I want you to hold on. It's just like in Willy Wonka when the guy went through the air in the chocolate bar. It's very similar to that process. It is. Let's get that here. There we are.
I love that.
You do? All right, here we go.
I did. I loved that. That tickled me.
I'm
We're
glad.
already off to a great start.
We are. All right, we are capturing. Leslie, we're so all right. There you are, Leslie. I see you.
Hi, everyone. Hi, it's me, Leslie Tanner. How are you tonight?
Doing amazing, Leslie. How are you?
Twitch's leading entertainment
I'm on Cloud9.
network.
I'm absolutely very excited to be here. I have my own little beverages, my own water, and my Diet Coke. And it's an honor to be included in what you guys have going on here tonight.
Of course. Speaking of Coke, I have a little cherry cola. I got a little cherry cola. Look at that.
You do?
Yeah. Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers to you.
Cheers to Coke. Fuck Pepsi, am I right? Fuck Pepsi.
Okay, yeah. Would you believe it that I used to be a Pepsi fan?
That is, it's just, it doesn't have enough carbonation. It just tastes like it's a dry drink. When I drink a Pepsi, I don't feel enthralled. I don't feel satisfied. I don't
feel satisfied.
No.
I used to be a big old fan of Pepsi products in general, and I'm not sure exactly what happened. Something along the lines of what you just said. It feels dry. It doesn't give me that little boost, that little energy. It doesn't have that crispness.
It doesn't. And by the way, have you tried this new Pepsi Nitro? That's all the craze. They're putting nitrogen in the drinks now.
I have.
You have?
I have tried it. I tried it over the summer months.
What'd you think about it?
Well, I'd have to say, I enjoy what they're trying to do. I felt classy. It was more expensive. It's in a sort of matte can, which I appreciated. I appreciated the gesture of making it a more premium experience,
yes,
or at least a simulated one. However, for me, if I'm just being honest about the product itself, I felt as if it tasted like a flat soda.
Exactly.
Pop.
I felt the exact same way.
Yes. it makes me happy to hear you say that, because not a lot of people or in my town will even try the stuff, because they're like, I'm trying to, I'm open to when things that are new come to my town, I'm trying them.
Exactly.
I'm giving them a whirl. I like to expand my mind, and most of the people in my town are not. They're just keep my head in the sand, and I'll keep doing the stuff that I do. But this time it burned me though. This time I paid more and I hated it.
Well, I mean, did you try it? Because they have various flavors. I tried the vanilla variety. I'm a big vanilla Coke kind of guy. I was like, this can't be bad. This can't be bad. And it turned out to just be a big, disgusting can of shit, in my opinion. So.
Disgusting can of shit.
I mean, that's just how I felt. That's just how I felt. But let me just say, Leslie, out of all the people I've contacted for this show, you are probably the easiest to deal with, the most straightforward. And can we just have a round of applause for Leslie Tanner, just for being the most professional person out there? Can we?
Absolutely.
Thank you, Richard.
Absolutely. and Angry, do you mind if I call you Angry? Is Angry preferred?
Oh, you can just call me Scar's fine. Scar, David Sanders,
Scar.
whatever you like.
I mean, I'll call whatever is gonna be the most fun. I think will be my rule.
Let's
for
go.
Tonight.
Let's go with David Sanders. Let's go with that.
David Sanders. Well, David Sanders. It's fantastic. Again, I'm glad that I came across as easy to deal with. I love being included in especially such a production as this. Obviously, the gears are oiled over here.
Always. We have heavy lubrication in the studio. Lots of lubrication. We are trying to get a there it is. The crowd loves a lubrication. We get free lube. We give free lube to everyone who enters. They're a very lubed up audience. They are. And I gotta say, so with you being so responsive, such an amazing person to deal with, honestly, all around, that just proves that the program actually works. Do you want to tell people about the program, about the experience?
Oh, of course, David. So, my name is Leslie Tanner, and I am the host of Explorations with Leslie Tanner, a program on Twitch.tv. We do a lot of stuff over there, but to boil it down into its essence, it is a program with which we explore the universe, both inside and outside of us, to unlock and unleash the power and potential.
Leslie, I'm sorry.
David.
Do you mind starting that over again? It went down the wrong pipe.
Oh no!
Yeah. Yes, it happens to the best of us. It happens to the best of us. It does. It does.
It does. It does.
Resume. I apologize.
No apology necessary.
It's okay.
Now, as I was saying, the Explorations with Leslie Tanner is a program. A lot of people would refer to this style of program as a self-help program, a program in which we use the self as a context, but also as a tool to explore the universe and unlock the true potential of that exact self.
And I would be honest that I think one of your star pupils has got to be Wiki, in my opinion. I think Wiki, how was he when you first found him, and how is he after all these years of practicing the program? Has he evolved as a person? Has it really helped him a lot?
Absolutely. Now he is a very interesting example. Wiki Wiva. For those that aren't aware, Wiki Wiva is an explorer, a member of the community, an absolutely integral member of the community. Now, somebody, I remember when Wiki first called the program. I believe it was on a ladies' night. We host regular nights for women, and to focus specifically on women on our program.
Got to be inclusive.
And that night we were serenaded by a young Wiki Wiva.
Wow.
Now, with his speech impediment and cognitive, slowness, I was pretty sure that he was a fully disabled man, and he may still be, but to watch this flower blossom, to watch his creative, professional, and spiritual potential fully come into focus and fruition has been nothing but a gift to me and everybody, and a true testament to the program to watch somebody like Wiki Wiva truly come into his own over the honestly past couple years since he's began his journey with us.
So he started off just as a simple weed in the garden. I feel like these days he's grown to a full bouquet, in my opinion. I feel like that really just personifies it. Like at first he barely can keep it going, and now after all this time, he's just ever thankful they found the program. And he says every day he thanks that he has the program in his life. He does.
He does.
He does.
He absolutely does. And I loved the way you phrase that, David. That I might
Of
steal
course.
that.
Oh, go for it. It's
I
all
might
yours.
steal it. Because you said he started as a weed.
He did.
And that's such a, I think, a really, who among us aren't a weed? And what do we begin from in this journey if we are to take it seriously? Because if I could be honest, part of the journey is taking it seriously.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
If you know what I mean.
I know it.
And we must take ourselves seriously as that weed, especially at the beginning.
Now, Leslie, I'm curious, when you first see someone, just at first glance, are you able to just, like, gauge their energy, or is that more of a thing that you have to pry into? Is that, on first glance, can you be like, this person is someone who's willing to grow as spiritually, or are they just a stagnant, just a lost cause?
Well, honestly, I wouldn't be good at my job either as a licensed mental health professional or as a self-help, coach or guide, so to speak. I wouldn't be good at those things unless I was able to, be a pretty good read of people. I can pretty much suss people out.
Well,
however, I'm not above being surprised. Certainly, certainly, I've attracted all manner of mentally ill, mentally challenged people from all walks of life who I eventually I realize, like, you're not the person that I originally thought you were. You are much worse most of the time.
now, I mean, that is honestly going to play perfectly into a segment that I've tailor crafted just for you, Leslie.
Oh,
that
I am so honored.
We
I'm
have
honored.
a list of 10 celebrities that I have found, and I would like you to just gauge. I'd like you to gauge them and just let me know. We call this segment, what do we call it again? We call it Spiritually Awoken or Dribbling Dumbass. That's the segment we're heading into right now.
I'm going to have a lot of fun with this one. I am.
You ready for this? You ready to see our first one? Our first
let's go.
celebrity
I'm
is...
buckled up.
There he is. There's our first one. What do you think of this man? Just by first glance, what do you grasp about this man? Very tan, very hot dog looking man.
Yeah. So can you give me the two options again? I just want to make sure I get this correct.
Spiritually woken or dribbling dumbass. You can feel free to put something in between if you want to come up with your own phrase, which would be in between that. Feel free. Feel free.
Spiritually woken or dribbling dumbass.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when I see that look, this is just visually, I think he looks very cool. I think his skin does look like a boiled hot dog.
No, that is very true.
But I also see a toughness inside of him. I see a toughness that maybe he was most likely abused as a child, and this that it's got this sort of look that he was really brought through the ringer in his life. A great deal of inner strain, so to speak. So I would say, given the misery of his life and how it has displayed itself, I would say I would tag this one as spiritually woke.
Spiritually awoken. You heard that? Spiritually awoken. Our first spiritually awoken person. Let's get into our second one, shall we? Our second one right here. Oh, that's not what I meant to pull up. I apologize. You had to see that. I apologize.
We can get to that one.
We'll throw that in as a bonus, shall we? And this is our second one right here. There it is. Our second celebrity. What do you feel about this man at first glance? How's he strike you?
Now, as an odd-looking man, but there's still something alluring about him, isn't there? I think this is an actor, I believe, correct?
Yes, I believe so. He's been in a few hit flicks, I believe so.
Do you remember the role he played in Con Air?
Oh, I do, actually. That was actually one of my father's favorite movies growing up. He'd always show me that as a young child, and I'd be like, why are you showing me this? People are dying. I'm scared. But he'd be like, just sit through it. This is great. I promise. Then he'd put on Face Off after, and it was just a whole night turned into it. But, yeah.
Honestly, those are two fantastic films.
They are.
Did you cherish this time with your father?
Of course.
Are you close to him?
Oh, very much so. He comes in the chat just as, he's probably here today. He's always around, very supportive, very awesome. There he is. Wave to the dad. Can we get a wave? Can we get a clap for my dad? There he is. There he is.
Hi, Dad. How are you out there?
Now, how would you gauge Mr. Buscemi here? What would you think of him? What do you think?
Well, he looks weird, and I
Yes.
think that his ability to leverage how weird he looks is, there are some actors, and this is how I think about actors when it comes to the question of whether they're spiritually woke.
Hmm.
I see certain actors, a certain Chris Evans or one of these Hemsworths or
Yeah,
something, where
Captain America.
so attractive, so good looking that psychologically they couldn't debase themselves if there was a gun to their head. They're always doing an underwear model shoot. They're always selling some sort of lifestyle program. Absolute spiritual dead end. I now them dribbling dumbass. Steve Buscemi though, weird. Very weird,
I can
but
see
so
that.
alluring. And in Con Air, like I just said, he played a pedophile,
Yes.
and there was that implied scene in which he molested a child. So I think for using his weirdness to be scary in that respect,
Hmm.
I give an absolute thumbs up. Spiritually woke.
Spiritually woken. We're 2 for 2 so far. 2 for 2. All right, now we're going to go down a different avenue real quick. This is a fictional character. This is one that is not a real man, but he plays more of a character. Here he is right here. There he is. What do you feel about
Ooh.
this man right here? It's a good
Now
one.
this
It's
fella,
a good one.
this guy is scary.
Very, very.
Yeah, this fella is scary. This is, and correct me if I'm wrong, this is the villain from Roger Rabbit.
Actually, this is the guy who won the everlasting gobstopper in the original Willy Wonka.
Get the freak
That's
out
him.
of
That
no,
is
you're
Slugworth.
right.
That is Slugworth.
That's crazy because I was also
Yes.
going to guess maybe like a James Bond.
He
villain,
looks
like
very
from
James
Temple of
Bond.
Doom
He
or
does.
something.
I can see him opening his mouth, and he also has silver teeth. He could be Jaws at the same time.
This is terrifying.
Yeah.
now, now this is interesting. If I'm just going off the visual presentation of this guy, he's kind of in the middle, but as I
Mhm.
quiet my heart and silence my mind, I feel him more leaning towards the dribbling dumbass end of the
Yeah.
spectrum. I just don't see a lot of flexibility, drive, ambition, anything that would tip the scale in any direction other than sort of like a lazy death.
And like anyone who's harassing children in a dark alley for candy, I mean, I feel like that's already leaning towards the dribbling dumbass. I mean, that's not something a developed person does, is hunt down children, try and get their candy. So I mean,
You're right. You're right. Let's go ahead and add that to the pile.
definitely.
I'm glad that we're on the same page with this.
Yeah, he is
David.
honestly a freak. Honestly a freak. Now, this is a very popular one. This is our oldest celebrity so far. Our oldest celebrity. Here it is. There he is. How about this fella right
Oh.
here?
Now, I would say, now this guy is a titan. This guy is a force to be reckoned with. Absolutely, I think, tipping the scales in the spiritually woke direction simply because he's a scarred man.
Yeah.
He's a scarred, troubled man. I remember when I was on his stream a couple weeks ago.
Mhm.
He was on my stream a couple weeks ago. I think both. But what I'm talking about is we had a conversation about Scientology, and that boy has some baggage, and it was great to get into that and to listen a little bit of his journey overcoming that. And it was truly a gift, and I would say he's stronger and better for it. Lots of fuel in the fire to as far as emotional trauma and baggage is concerned.
Now, if I can just ask, I'm just curious. Does he think the Earth is flat? That's what people think. Does he think the Earth is flat? Is that part of his baggage?
I don't know. I guess believe. Do you mean
Like he thinks the Earth is just one giant pepperoni pizza? Like that's kind of his concept. Thank you.
I bet
Thank
he
you.
wishes it was.
That's true. It's probably is true. I'm not gonna lie. Where would you put
So
good
yes,
old
let's
ABBA
go with
box?
yes.
Yes. Where would you put him on the spectrum of dribbling dumbass or spiritually awoken? What would you feel about ABBA right here?
A lot of people would label him dribbling dumbass, but I would say that's absolutely his strength.
Mhm.
This flat Earth business, this the baggage we were discussing earlier, wishing the Earth was a pepperoni pizza. I think those are strengths. Where people see weakness, I see strength. In this case, I'm putting him on the spiritually woke side of the spectrum.
Definitely. I agree with that. I feel like when you have enough, if you have enough dumbass in you, you can double that. You can times it times two, and that evolves into a spiritually awoken person. Like,
Absolutely.
that's just how it
And
is.
And I think there's something to this doubling down situation that you bring up. And there's a certain ultra strength in that, because
Yeah.
there's this idea that by being a dumbass, people are afraid of being a dumbass because not because they want to be smart, they want to be good. They're terrified of being wrong. They're terrified of the full expression of their humanity. And ABBA is the opposite of that. ABBA absolutely letting both testicles just kind of swing around at all moments in time.
An open book and an open fly.
Yes, absolutely. Praise ABBA box.
There we go. Let's move on to our next celebrity. Let's see what think of this guy. This is a deep cut. I'm not sure if you know. Were you ever into wrestling, Leslie? You ever a big wrestling guy?
As a child, I was for a little bit, but something just didn't hook me about it. But I have a lot of friends that are super into it.
I remember when I was a child, the first thing my dad showed me, I was the ripe age of 4 or 5. I saw a group of vampires cover another group of guys wearing hockey jerseys in blood. And something about that as a kid, I said, this is my kind of stuff. This is my kind of stuff. I don't know if that shows that I'm damaged, but that's just what really brought me in. It is.
Maybe a little bit.
Yeah,
maybe a little bit. Or maybe you're just willing to, maybe not more damage, but willing to acknowledge the damage that you have as just a simple human being, whether or not you've been abused, molested, etc., etc.
It's true. It's true. And here's our next one right here. Walkman, Moisty. We have this man right here. What do you think at first glance? How's this guy strike you? How's he strike you as a person? Very ripped individual. Very, very in shape. He has the cross logo on his chest. He's got that mane of hair. Looking like a lion. What do you think of this guy? Yep. Leather pants?
Good question. Now, can you give me some background information on this guy, David? Can I ask a couple questions?
Of course. What do you got for me?
What's this guy's name?
This guy's name was Test, and he called his fans his testicles. That's what he called his fans, his testicles.
Okay, testicles. And were you a fan of his, or did you know anybody that was?
I mean, he was okay. He was always a kind of not that popular guy, but he was really good at kicking guys in the face. That was his specialty. He's kicking guys in the face. That's what he liked.
Well, so he calls his fans his testicles.
Yes,
and
indeed.
Kicked other men in the face.
Yes.
I see a mesh. He has a thing about mesh.
He likes to show off those muscles and wear a shirt at the same time. He likes the coverage of a shirt, but also likes to show off.
I'm gonna go with. This feels like a dribbling dumbass to me.
Yeah.
I'm not inspired by anything that I'm hearing. I'm just, nothing is really like piquing my interest, or in any way, either physical, spiritual sense. I'm gonna go with dribbling dumbass.
Yeah, I would agree. I feel like he's more of a meathead. I mean, he's just all about the gym. Anyone who wears a shirt like that isn't going to be spiritually awoken. I feel like that is just a sign he's wearing that I'm a dribbling dumbass. I mean, there it was.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna. I agree with you on this now, David. I think you said it well. I think that mesh top. I think he looks like an idiot.
He probably thought he looked amazing too.
I know, which makes it even worse.
All right, we have our next person, which is another one of a character person, which is Jiminy Glick. You ever heard of this man before?
I have. Yes, I have heard of this man before.
What do you think? How do you think Glick is on there? What do you think he is on the spectrum? Is he dribbling dumbass, spiritually woken?
Dribbling dumbass. I've watched his periods, his segments, his periods of interviews, of entertainment. They don't make any sense to me. I sometimes I feel as if the joke is being played on me because I don't understand. Now, I don't understand a lot of jokes if there are jokes, but I think I can't understand if he's really that fat. I think it's unhealthy. But then if he's not that fat and we're making fun of fat people, of course I can get on board with that. But I just need it to be a little more clear. I feel somebody is trying to trick me. Someone's trying to hurt me. Someone's trying to get around my defenses, and I am puffed up, and I hate that. I feel
a spiritual
small.
peacock.
So I would physically fight him if I was in the same vicinity. So I'm I personally, I'm gonna say just a dribbling dumbass.
Dribbling
What do you
dumbass.
think about this man?
So this guy, I mean, like you said, I mean, at first glance, he looks like a cheery guy. He looks like maybe a nice uncle. He looks like a guy who could make a great green bean souffle. But I mean, honestly, beyond that, he is trying to just pierce through your mind, trying to play games. He's never real. He's not real. He's just always playing games and doesn't know how to just unleash his inner self. You know what I'm saying?
I think you nailed it. There, I don't get anything real from
No.
him. And
No.
green bean souffle, you said?
Yes. I mean, you can just tell by his smile that he just knows how to cook up something good. Something that would be great at Thanksgiving dinner. That's what I can see in that guy.
Green bean souffle. I've never even heard of that.
Really?
Have you actually had this?
I've had green bean casserole, green bean souffle. I think it's the same thing. I mean,
That sounds good to me.
that sounds good to me. I think it's the same thing. All right, we have two more left. Two more left until we get into some more questions here.
Please,
we
yes.
have this here. There he is.
Who is that?
It's someone I went to school with. He's just this young kid. He's just, he was all over the place. I don't know about this guy. I'm gonna let you I don't want to influence your first glance. What do you think about this? Just at first glance.
Unimpressed.
I
Unimpressed. Energy is all over the place. Doesn't really take himself seriously. Pale skin.
Very. Face
sort of-
looking like a pumpkin.
I don't buy the 2 thumbs up thing. I
No.
don't buy that this
No.
is truly what is in his heart. I think that's so therefore it's kind of just a passive sort of positive thing to do.
Yeah.
I just don't honestly dribbling dumbass, and it took me about half of a second to come to that
And I
conclusion.
feel like those thumbs up are like a shield. He's just trying to let everyone know, I'm excited. I'm
Yep.
excited. Meanwhile, his face looks like a pumpkin. He has a Mountain Dew shirt on. There's no reason to be promoting a soda company. There's no reason.
No.
What's he getting out of that? Wearing Beats
No
by
soda
Dre.
company- yeah.
I mean,
No soda company wants that face attached to it.
no, that's a fact. That's absolute fact. I would say he's very close to Jiminy Glick. Very Jiminy Glick looking. I would say.
Yes. I would say so for my end of my spectrum as far as this game is concerned.
I agree. And our final, this is honestly from the heart.
Wet.
He's not wet. This is my favorite celebrity out there. Probably my favorite one. Here he is.
Oh, really?
There he is.
Interesting.
What do you think about good old Norm Macdonald? What do you feel about him?
No.
What do you feel?
He's one of the few comedians who I feel as if I understand his jokes and I laugh at them. So I would say that makes me attracted to him and think positively of him. Then at certain points he's expressed a positive belief in God, and I don't really. It's not the belief in God. It's just a sort of deference and a positive belief in God that kind of upset me and makes me feel as if he's he rests his soul. That during his time alive was a terrified coward.
Yeah.
So it's hard for me to say. This one's really splitting between the two for me right now.
Because I feel like at different points in his life, he was both. He was spiritually woke at one point, also dribbling dumbass at other parts. So it kind of all.
Yeah.
I feel like he was a little bit of both, to be honest. I feel like he's towards the middle, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, he did have a gambling problem, which
Very
is
much.
to his credit. To explore that, to embody that sort of thing. Honestly, that tipped the scale for me. The gambling problem, and he was in a couple of shows in wasn't it the 2010s that were just not that good.
I mean, that's when he was just grabbing on the threads. He was grabbing on the threads,
Yeah.
doing whatever he could do, going on like the smallest shows, but he was still trying to
Yeah.
get his face out there.
I'll give spiritually woke on this one just because of the gambling problem.
All right.
Yeah.
And that concludes right there our segment, which is Spiritually Woken or Dribbling Dumbass. Can I get a round of applause for that segment? There it is. There it is. How'd you like that,
fun.
Leslie? How'd you
was
like that? Was that good?
That was a lot of fun. David. I really appreciate you including me in that. That was a lot of fun to play.
I mean, we try and tailor make games for each guest. That's just something we try to do. And next on the list I have here is that I just have a deep love for the call-in show. Like all around, I've just always been the biggest fan of call-in shows. That I do call-in shows myself on this channel, and I just think it's something that is just it's a dying breed in my opinion. I feel like not enough people do it. Not many people are good at it, and I feel like I'm still getting my bearings. I've only been doing it a few months, but do you also have a deep love for the call-in show? Do you love those?
Oh, I do. I do. It's something so simple. There's
Yeah.
no bells and whistles to it. All right, it either works or it doesn't. It's either pass or fail, and people can sense it right away. There's not a lot of stuff to hide behind. Where
Exactly.
as if these other formats, these other sort of situations, you can use it to deflect
Mhm.
and hide and cower away from your audience and whoever else is involved. But I commend you for grabbing the bull by the horns of your own call-in show.
Yeah, I
David.
mean, when you first start, like when I first started my first call-in show, I was scared as hell because it's a scary concept. When you never done anything like that, you're just a guy who plays games. Then you're like, all of a sudden, hey guys, I'm doing a call-in show. People are like, what the fuck are you doing? What is wrong with you? Did you drink something wrong? Are you on drugs? But it was just something I was very passionate about, watching people like you and many others. That's true.
And what's your experience been like with the show, if I may ask, if the guest may ask a question?
So I've had I've had a range between amazing guests, reoccurring callers we have, Granny's an amazing one, and also people that just like to call in and play flatulence noises. I'll have people just light up my lines and then just play a blasting fart as hard as they can, a blasting ripping ass. And that's something
I love that.
It's like, it gives me a chuckle, but when they do it for an hour, that's enough ass blasting. That's enough. The joke has been run dry.
That's true. And then you're in the sort of spiritual sort of, if I may take it to that dimension right now. You've got someone who's so committed to a bit that it sort of transforms through time, like a sort of like a John Cage or a Steve Reich thing, where that repetition sort of gets in the innermost part of your brain and starts transforming space and sound around you.
Yeah, definitely. And also, another thing I feel like that shows if someone's good at call-in shows is how they fill time when they don't have calls. I feel like that is like probably the hardest thing, and like that is probably it really shows who can do it and who can't. People sitting there filling time and they're like, I've seen some call-in shows just start there saying, guys, come on, and they're acting like a little baby child.
You know what? And that kind of goes to what I was saying before. Now, with a call-in show, there's not as much to hide behind.
Yeah.
There's one thing to hide behind: the caller. So you gotta put your own testicles and penis on the line in order to make the whole thing. You're the host. You're the entertainer. You must make it work when it would not otherwise. So yeah, in those cases where there's just dead air or there's like a resentment that no one's calling, I'm sorry, but it's very simple. Try harder.
Exactly. I mean, you have to make them want to. You have to have a plot. Like recently, Stephen Andrews, our resident QBC, close to QVC, but better. He was in jail. He was behind bars, and people are calling trying to bail him out and give him money, and trying to buy things such as the Crest Cross. This is something that he bought. He sent to me from prison. This is what he prays to every night in prison, the Crest Cross. He was selling this for $500. No one bought it, so he sent it to me for free. So they're just all kinds of things that they just have. And you got to entice. Thank you, that one guy. Thank you.
You gotta entice. You gotta that's a really good. You think of it as a sometimes I won't lie. Sometimes it does feel like on a slow night or a night in which people are hesitant. Because I have this problem. I don't know if you have this problem, Dave. But so every once in a while, I'll check in with my chat.
Yeah.
I'll ask them, guys, are you afraid to call in right now? And I'll get the answer yes over and over again.
Yeah.
I'm afraid to call in. And on those nights, it does, it can be a little slow, but and I'm not gonna lie, it does at those times when you're really digging in, when you're really looking for that extra little something in the back, a little Cliff Bar in the back. It does feel like a carnival barker sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, I've had many people that are saying I'm way too nervous. I'm scared. Like I'm intimidated. That's the thing I get the most is a lot of people that are nervous, intimidated, or stuff like that. That's what I've heard.
Well, it's important for those people to feel intimidated as an excuse not to participate in entertainment, or in the case of Explorations with Leslie Tanner, to truly allow themselves to spiritually grow to heights that were previously unimaginable.
By the way, speaking of Explorations, do you already have what's going to be your topic tonight on Explorations? I know you're going to be doing a show tonight. And what's going to be
Yeah.
the topic tonight? I'm curious.
Yeah, I was actually, I spent the day writing and thinking about it. And today, what we're going to explore is the weekend. We're going to be talking
The
about
band.
the week. No, just the
Oh,
weekend.
okay.
The
Thank
end of
God.
the week, Saturday and Sunday. And
Okay.
I include Friday night. But,
All right.
but basically, we're going to be exploring the weekend and activities to do on the weekend. You know, what do we do to let our hair down, enjoy some leisurely activity, and socialize and things like that? Who gets into shenanigans? What have you learned from those shenanigans?
Mhm.
And how can we leverage these shenanigans to access the next level that we speak about in the program?
What does Leslie Tanner do? Thank you, Lawrence. Thank you. What-
Absolutely. Well, and I'll dive more into this tonight on the
Definitely.
program. But yeah, I mean, a couple examples off the top of my own head is first of all, if I'm tired after the week, right, and I don't even have energy for leisure, because let's face it, sometimes that happens.
Yeah.
So sometimes I'll keep it simple, and I'll just adjust the warmth of my tap water as I fill my glass. I'll make it a little hotter than normal. I'll just drink kind of hot water.
I mean, that's
Or
thinking outside the box right there. It is.
I know it's something, back against the wall. I know I got to do something for the weekend. All right, just a weekend without any leisure can't be me. So sometimes I'll make that water hot, but then other times, and if you'll permit me, maybe some people can relate to this one a little better, or maybe I'll make it a little colder.
All
I'll
right.
turn that faucet a little to the cold, and I'll fill my glass with cold water and sip on that rather than just normally I keep my tap water pretty average, pretty room temperature. I prefer.
I gotta say, I read an article recently that cold water is bad for you. That if you drink cold water, you will perish. I don't see how that's. They said something about it shocks the system. It shocks the system. It's not good, but I think that's total bullshit from the big cold water companies, the hot water companies. I just think that's complete BS.
You know, I think if our experts, sounds like an expert thing to say, and if our experts are good at anything, they're good at one thing. It's finding some sort of manufactured drama to peddle their bullshit in.
Yes.
To find something to update, some sort of conventional knowledge that has never led anyone astray, and to get them to second guess it. Because what they're doing is ultimately very manipulative.
Yeah.
Nobody really gives a shit about the coldness of their water or the warmth, except if they're trying to have fun, like in my case. But in this situation, the point is to make you feel small. The point is to make you feel dumb. The point is to make you feel like a child who needs to look up at the expert and be like, guide me to the temperature of tap water that I should be drinking for optimal health. I'm sorry, but that is these people are perverts.
Dribbling dumbasses as well. Perverts and dribbling dumbasses.
Dribbling dumbasses and perverts.
People who cannot make their own decisions and they have to read an article to see how they feel. I mean, or they don't have their own opinion. They have to see what other people say. Which
I mean, can you imagine? That? Well, let me back up.
I'll go for it.
Is there a time that you personally remember, David, in which maybe one of those articles hadn't affected you? Because I could certainly think of some.
Let me think. An article that hadn't affected me. I had one where I saw a lot of drinking bottled water has microplastics. They're like there's millions of microplastics. And what I did to counteract that, I drank more water. I drink more water out of bottles because I'm not going to let the fear of microplastics get into me, even though the plastics probably already are. Let me think of another one. My local Olive Garden exploding. I mean, that was another one. I mean, I still went to Olive Garden after that. Everyone has explosions. Everyone deals with gas problems. So that didn't scare me from getting a nice rotini. But I still did. But
so you said, I'm going to go back in there and I'm going to get a rotini.
Yes.
You got a nice rotini. What kind of sauce?
I got a little bit of Alfredo. I like Alfredo and tomato sauce on top of each other. It's called Alfredo, I think it is. Alfredo, Tomato-rado. It's something complicated, but it's that kind of audience has had it before. It's a unique
One
thing.
man.
It is. I mean, it's not a popular combination. It's just like the pineapple on pizza. What do you feel about the pineapple on pizza? I think that is honestly disgusting. I do.
Honestly, I haven't. I've had it before. Sometimes sweet and savory can really, it throws me for a loop. It feels very European to me.
Yeah. We don't like that.
Yeah, I don't trust it for that
No.
reason. It puts me off, and it makes me feel as if it's trying to indoctrinate my children into some alternative lifestyle, so to speak. And I sort of stay away from it. I stay away from that sort of thing, and I stick to the savory and savories, personally speaking.
But I didn't mean to hop over the topic. We didn't get to hear your side of a topic that you read, a subject you read that kind of influenced you and that like changed your perception on something that you read. What was that?
Well, interesting. Back when I was reading, I haven't read in years. But back when I did in fact read, and I was a spiritually weak place, David. I'll be honest with you. I was in a broken place.
We've
I was
all been
nowhere near the man I am today. Explorations as a program was but a dream at that point. And I remember reading an article. about where my about the radiation in various home electronics.
Oh yeah, microwaves,
cell phones, down to your Tamagotchis.
Yeah. And I gotta say, I remember there was even an episode of Everyone Loves Raymond where they would heat something up in the microwave and they put their hands over their cocks because they were scared that it would reduce the size. And me seeing that as a young child, I was influenced. And I thought the microwave was going to affect my penis. And honestly, for many years, I was scared. I would get very far away. I'd wear foil trousers. It really did bother me because that's just what the TV was pushing. That's what they were trying to get people to think.
Interesting. And you were worried. Young David was like, I want a massive cock.
I know, and it was already about an inch. I was like, it can't get affected that bad. But I mean, I just went with it. I couldn't go with any smaller.
An inch soft?
It was just an inch. It was like an acorn glued to my lower torso. That's how it was given to me.
What age was this?
This was age probably 13.
13, 1 inch. And this is just totally soft, right?
It just in general. I mean, it didn't have any difference, regardless of.
Doesn't matter.
No.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
No.
We're talking about 1 inch. We're talking about. Yeah. See, listen, but also these kinds of articles are I read that article.
Yeah.
But I have a medium penis, so it didn't shake me. But this is the problem. This is the problem of experts, and I apologize. I don't apologize because I care so deeply.
Never apologize.
But what I am going to tell you right now is that the experts, this is exactly what they do. This is they'll pump out, just a category of dog shit articles and dog shit little pieces of information and studies and what have you. And it's not, every study isn't going to stick to everyone and make them second guess because it's looking for the vulnerable. It's looking for young men like you. This article was sort of wandering through space and time, through the airwaves, through the internet, looking for exactly like a young man like you. Yep. And it found it. A 13-year-old little boy with a 1-inch penis who wants a bigger than 1-inch penis. And and they're thinking, I'm going to fuck this little boy's life up.
And they did. And they did. They did severely. I had nightmares. I mean, it was not a good topic. It really wasn't. But just to get off that real quick, this is a very important subject real quick that I have written down. It's just straight up, it's just a meat and potatoes kind of question. I'm a meat and potatoes kind of guy, I'd like to say. And this is just, what are your thoughts on the Reuben sandwich?
The Reuben sandwich?
Yes. Corned beef, Thousand Island.
I love it. I absolutely love a Reuben sandwich. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't know if that's going to ruffle any feathers in the crowd, but I absolutely do love a Reuben sandwich.
Not Paul Reuben, not Paul. Hey, that guy in the audience, that's a big Reuben guy right there. And if we have questions in the chat, if you guys have a question for Leslie, feel free. We'll take some questions for Leslie right here and now, shall we? Let's take
Please.
some questions. Let's see what the audience has to say. Let's see what they have to say. Don't forget the sauerkraut. Sauerkraut. That is something I did not try. Have you ever heard of a movie called Chitty Chitty Bang Bang?
Absolutely, I've heard of that film.
Dude, in that
Seen
movie,
it.
they had sauerkraut. I don't remember what it was, and I wanted to try it after watching Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Of all the things, I did.
Right, and how'd you feel about sauerkraut?
When I first tried it, I was like, it's kind of disgusting. It's kind of strange, but I think it's something that comes with age. I feel like as you get older, you learn to appreciate the sauerkraut. But at an early age, you're not developed enough to be able to grasp it.
100%.
We have Night You with a question that says, was the community of the devoted light? What is that?
What is Night Year? Yes, absolutely. So funny. So the community of devoted light is a community. It's a part of Explorations with Leslie Tanner.
Okay.
My sort of inner circle, so to speak, a place of influence, but ultimate a sort of culmination of the program where certain members are just much more doggedly committed and stand to benefit exponentially from the work that we do. It's an exclusive and growing library of videos and materials at patreon.com. Night Year actually is a recent, so Night Year's excited because Night Year is our most recent addition to the community.
That's amazing.
patreon.com/Leslie Tanner. Yes, exclusive videos that you can't get anywhere else. Absolutely mind-bending and mind-pushing materials, music downloads, and what have you.
And how much would be this Patreon? Do you have multiple tiers to this Patreon?
Multiple tiers, depending on how much money you have. I'm not going to mince words on that. Some people have more money and can afford more success, but some people don't have as much money and can only afford a fraction of the success. True. Now, the bulk of it are the videos. That comes at every level, but as the tiers go up, up to 10, you get music downloads. Every tier also gets a free monthly postcard, physical postcard from me, Leslie. And
That's
also
amazing.
the uppermost tier receives regular prints in the mail, art prints that I channel from the universe. And they're meant to sort of guide your meditations at home.
That's amazing, honestly. That is amazing. I'll have to look into that myself. I will. We have a question coming in right now. I have a question. Where does Leslie get his turtlenecks? That's a good one. A very fine dressed fellow, Leslie, as he is. He is.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I love these turtlenecks are very important to me. I get them from there's a handmade. There's a Peruvian woman about 4'3". She makes these by hand and sends them to me immediately.
Wow.
Throughout the year.
Wow. Straight. Do you get those? Are you her only customer, or is she simply like your tailor? Is she Leslie's tailor, or does she have these turtlenecks out for the world?
Well, they should be out to the world. She's having trouble promoting her business. She's deeply mentally ill. She can barely put one foot in front of the other. But I was down there on a trip and ran into her. We spent the week together, making love, essentially. Making just very disgusting love, crazy physical explorations of the mind, body, and soul for about a week. It smelled awful, and as you can imagine, and as it should. But afterward, we understood that our connection will never be the same again. We enjoyed it for what it was, acknowledged it, and I was like, but listen, I must have these turtlenecks because she was wearing all these turtlenecks all week. And she said, I make you some. And I'm like, say no more.
So that was like her going away present, where it's like, remember me, me. I'll give you a turtleneck, and that will always remind me of me.
Absolutely. And each one she's like teasing me. Each turtleneck she sends me actually smells like her. How do I say? I don't want to be disrespectful. Her vaginal fluid.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. That's a good way to put it. Her
well done.
Yeah, her
is her name.
We have all of them. Wait, we have another one coming in, piping in. Oh, we have him going here. Isn't that's I don't appreciate that message. This is all right, Leslie, do you mind if I hit you with a slanderous message? This is kind of slanderous.
Please.
It is.
I can't hit me with your worst. I can't imagine it'll bother me at all.
Isn't Leslie a girl's name?
I love that one. I love that one. I get that pretty regularly.
That's
in my
middle school
chat.
playground kind of stuff. I mean, come on.
It is.
Come on.
It sort of it marks the sender as a sort of small-minded, weak person, a sort of scared, dumbass coward, and but in that, and this is something we get into in the program at all times. This is the fruitful ground by which we explore and grow. We must first admit how scared, how stupid, how weak we truly are. And it's kind of fun to get that question because it's, they're going to be scared to hear me acknowledge something inside of themselves that they know, that they're powerless, that they're little dumbasses.
Yeah, they're still in the weed phase.
But if they can take a deep breath as a weed and set themselves onto the path as it appears before them within the program, then I guarantee a sense of truly becoming that has evaded them their whole lives. Then it's up to them at that point.
There we go. Amazing. Oh, we have one by 7 Dragon Ball. 6 days ago, you tweeted there were attacks on you and the program. There was an attack. Did you have a recent attack?
Yes. I mean, they come and go in waves, to put it plainly. There's as anything that has a sort of built-in excitement in and around the program, there can be many. There's this. The oscillation is between excitement. We are developing a very revolutionary program that ultimately it fosters light, and light attracts light. So that can be excitement on one hand. But as that pendulum swings, what you see is the bitter, ugly mind of resentment.
Yeah.
And this resentment, this fear of the light, what they do instead of being attracted to the light, instead of being called to the light,
a spiritual moth.
To affect yes, exactly. Yes. Rather than mothing it and sort of obliterating themselves onto the moth light lamp, so to speak. What they do is they want to put a bushel basket around it. They want to put a blanket over it. They want to unplug it from the wall. They want to hide it. They want to attack it so that no one else can do it because they see a potential for themselves in the program. And that's what we're dealing with as of late. The attacks have been, as they increase, as they become more frothing at the mouth, as they become more just unhinged.
Yeah.
It shows how effective the program is because they look deranged.
And I was just gonna, it does prove that if they're this passionate, then there's something. They think that this is a powerful thing right here. This is a powerful situation. This is a powerful program. It works, and I don't want it to work anymore. That's what they think.
Exactly. They're a sad little death cult that they're not even aware that they're a part of it. They want death for themselves. They yearn for death, but they won't acknowledge it. I'm just telling them it's okay that you want to die. It's okay that you're a little pig. It's okay that you are powerless and are a bad person. But let's start there.
Exactly.
All right, let's start there with the program rather than trying to ruin everyone else's fun and process of growth in this respect.
Speaking of growth, if I can go away from the chat question for one single moment, I have a question of just a personal question. What do you think about this? So recently I was browsing Amazon. I like to do a little bit of late night shopping. I have Prime, and I found online that you can buy female breasts, wearable female breasts, all the way up to a G cup that I could wear on my body. And I really think that if I bought these big bosoms, bought these big breasts, I really feel like it would just bring in a whole different audience. I really think that do you think that's something that would be beneficial to me if I bought a big fat pair of breasts and just let the crevice stick out and maybe wet them up, get some oil on them, and just hop in the hot tub category? How do you think that would go?
David, I think it'd go great, and I think you should do it. I
Really?
think this is the exact kind of situation where I think inside your heart, David, you already know the answer to this. You already know how much that would crush, how attracted to that people would be, how illuminating that would be for people to see. Because when they see breasts, do they see only the breasts? No, I'd say like 20% they're looking at breasts. The other 80% is a mixture of wishing that you were their mom, wishing that your fat titties would crush them, wishing for the end and the beginning all at once, and having no clue. So I think in that, tits are very cool and very 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 good.
Yeah.
I think that you should get them and have them and use them to your benefit.
You know what, Leslie? I've been on the fence, and because of those words, I am going to do it. I am going to buy those big breasts. I am going to buy those big breasts. I'm going to oil them down.
Please.
I'm going to see if I can get them to lactate. I'm not sure if that's possible, though. That's something they don't come with. That would have to be an additional feature I'd have to do.
Now, that might take a little bit of engineering,
yeah,
but
exactly.
I believe in you. I believe in you.
I think I can.
Wouldn't chat love to see that?
What do you
chat love to see Angry Scars 09 with a fat fucking pair of tits? Yes.
I think they'd look good. I think they'd look good on me. I think they would.
Yes. I'm so excited by just even the idea of that.
Yes. Now let's get back to the question real quick. We have Robskin. This is actually my father we're speaking of. This is my father with a question for you. It is.
Hello, Papa.
There he is. He says, "Hello, Tanner. What are your future plans in life?" He's getting deep. My father's getting deep with these questions. What are your future plans in life?
Now, Father, Mr. Scar, if I may call it Mr. Scar 09, my plans for the future, me personally, is I'm going to take this. Now, when I set out to begin this program, I'm going to be honest. I was terrified. When I began my program, Explorations with Leslie Tanner, I began with absolutely no idea of how this was going to go. I was staking everything, both financially, personally, professionally, into this program. And because of that, I've gotten the world back. And I'm stuck in this feedback loop of staking even more, deeper parts of myself that I could have never imagined in the program. But part of that trade-off is that I am also having to give up any future idea of who I am, who I can be, who I should be. Because now I'm stuck. I've got this program. I got this goddamn program on my lap, and it's changing lives all across the country, including my own. So I am stuck. It's telling me who I am day to day, month to month.
Living in the now.
A year from now. Yeah, truly. Yeah. And this is not good. Don't get me wrong. A lot of people say I truly lived, I live in the moment and it feels so free. That is the biggest crock of horse shit that I have ever heard in my life.
True.
Because if they were truly living in the now, truly letting go of the past and the future, then they would know the cacophonous, terrifying screams that are present in every atom of the present moment. There is nothing good in the present moment because you and others are there. And that is not good. It is miserable, but that is ultimately where your true being, your source of power lies. So unfortunately, I have no fucking clue what I'm going to be doing at any moment in time. But I know that I will be here committed to the program and committed to giving exactly people like you, Mr. Scar 09, the tools that you need to transform your life.
And hopefully my first biggest transformation will be those big fat tits.
I would love to see that. Hopefully, how does Mr. Scar 09 feel about that? How does
my
David
father
Sanders feel about that?
How my father feels? Yeah, I haven't really brought up the subject to him. I feel he's on board. He has to be. I mean, who doesn't like a big fat pair of tits? I feel like that is a universal thing. Now, this isn't even a question. I feel like this is just a quick, there's nothing. Is Leslie relate to Napoleon Dynamite? That's just, I don't know what to think about that.
No, he's a fictional character.
He is.
Napoleon Dynamite, and it's a fantastic movie. I do love the film. Don't get me wrong. I love the film. I love what they accomplished tonally and comedically in that movie. Truly, an undersung milestone in cinema. However, I see this. I see the similarities. People like to poke fun, but no, if Napoleon Dynamite was real, I think most people would not like him. They'd be scared of him because he is a little. I don't know if we can say. Can we say the R word here?
It's up to you. It's up to you. Oh, there's the drum hit.
Well, Napoleon Dynamite and his brother are both, mentally retarded, and I don't mean that in a slanderous way.
No.
I mean that in an empathetic, truly, I cherish
a scientific
that sort of
term.
way.
I mean,
and they're scary for that reason. So I don't see myself even on close to the same wavelength.
I mean, when they're hooking up crystals to some kind of device and shocking themselves in the brain, it kind of shows their mental fortitude. It kind of does.
Right.
But I
don't
got
know people like that. If we're from, and if you're from, where are you from originally, David?
I'm actually from Maryland. I'm from Maryland on the East Coast of the United States.
Are you from an urban area or kind of out there?
So I grew up in more of a right outside of Washington, D.C., a very busy, angry area that was taken over by a gang called MS-13. MS-13 took over my area, and I ended up moving out to Calville, away from all of that people. So now I'm just in the middle of nowhere, surrounded by cows and nothing.
So you've met people like Napoleon Dynamite, and you understand where they're coming from. It's terrifying to see it in real life. In cinema, where it's abstracted, there's a distance, we can laugh and have fun, but in real life, that's just about as serious as it gets. To watch a young man suffer like that, to do a dance like that, that's you'd wish you'd never have given birth if that's your son.
I mean, I would agree. But after watching that movie, I gotta say, there was a clip in the movie where they had an action figure and held outside the window of the bus. Do you remember that?
I do.
And I did that myself after watching that. I was like, that looks like a very fun time. I went on my bus. I stuck an action figure out the window on a string. I was like, this looks very enticing, and I did it. And I did it. Did I get in trouble? Yes. Was it worth it? I thought so. I thought it was worth it.
Yes.
I thought so.
Absolutely. I think that's a very wholesome story, a very cute story. I liked knowing that about you, imagining you with a 1-inch penis, kind of letting that action figure kind of soar through the sky like an eagle.
I mean, it was beautiful. Let's see if we have any more questions here, shall we? Let's see. Leslie, what is your superpower? As if you were Chris Hemsworth, yourself.
Well, that's funny. I would say if I had a superpower, it's my ability to listen. I don't mean to be, a corny therapist about it, but so much of our ability to learn and grow lies in our ability to listen, and not just in a good way. You can listen to people to hurt them, and that's very important too. It's important to listen because people aren't as complicated as you think. They're not as well defended as you think. If you listen, ultimately you can be enriched if they are enriching, but if they're bad or if they're trying to hurt you somehow, you'll know everything you need to know within seconds if you just listen for that pin drop in the empty cavern of their soul.
Leslie can listen. What? He must be dripping in.
Well, I don't know what that text speech means. I don't know what he must be dripping in ladies. I don't know what that means. I'm sorry about that.
Must be tripping in ladies.
Probably
I'm not.
And they're probably tripping on drugs. They're probably tripping on drugs.
It sounds like it.
And we had a bonus picture that you would like to take a look at that we showed earlier. You'd like to take a look at this, and here it is.
Yes, that's Twitch streamer.
Yes, he is going to be here tonight as well. He is.
Yes, a little later in the program.
He is. What do you capture out of this image? What do you capture out of this?
Well, I capture, that this is a very clear picture. I don't believe he was ever kidnapped. I haven't heard that before. So this is a sort of a picture that he's tied himself up, sort of it really captures a self-victimization. If I can be just real direct about this, I see a furrowed brow that's meant to inspire sympathy and pity, but it doesn't do that for me. Ultimately, I see someone who's kicking himself in the nuts and wanting someone to just carry him carry him like a little baby. And I gladly would to explorations with Leslie Tanner. But this is just the vibe I get. You know, I've seen his stream before. I don't
Yeah.
mean to characterize the entire production. He seems
No.
like a dynamic individual. But if I'm just going off this picture, that's what I'm getting off of it.
Yeah, I
David.
totally understand. Totally understand. And we have actually one more that I've yet to show you. This is a bonus. A bonus that we are going to bring this up to himself. Both these pictures. This is a bonus one for you. Here it is. It's him and another streamer known as Floppy Jimmy. You know Floppy Jimmy?
I know Floppy Jimmy. We direct message with each other as
Awesome.
mutual admirers of each other. They're both running a very entertaining, fun stream, and they're both handsome. They're both handsome men in that picture. You wish you were one of them in this picture when I see it. Between Belmar's cheekbones that are just the foundation of a building. You could build something on top of that. Or Floppy Jimmy's sort of soft.
He looks mummified, honestly. Floppy looks kind of mummified in that picture, like he was frozen in time.
In a very snatched way.
Very
in a
much
way that would
so.
scare children.
I would agree.
Yeah, but then Floppy Jimmy back there looking handsome. He's got those
The movie
those
sequel
soft
we
sort
never
of
got.
the eyes of a puppy or a kitty cat or some sort of livestock where you're just like, oh, I hope you don't wander into traffic, so to speak, in life. I worry about you.
Yeah, Floppy, I mean, he's been on hiatus recently. He went to start the stream the other day, and then he just ended it right away. Yeah, I mean, I got excited.
Tell me about it. He ended it right away.
So this is what happened. I got a notification in the Discord. He had been not streaming in a while. He hadn't been streaming, so obviously I was enticed. I was like, whoa, he's back. I'm excited. And then he goes live. I go to click on it. Thank you for the follow. And it was just, the stream was over within 5 minutes. I never even saw the man. And then he doesn't post he posts a update and he says, my truck stop Wi-Fi isn't working. He was trying to go live from a truck stop.
That's pretty cool. And the truck stop Wi-Fi stopped working. And, he's an enigmatic guy, so it's hard to tell whether this is, it is just kind of a goofy, fun thing that he was trying to do and he's being honest, or is this a deep cry for help?
I think it's a deep cry for help. I mean, just sitting out, he has a Tesla, which runs on electricity. I don't see why you'd ever need to be at a truck stop once you're trying to get some extra love after hours.
Yeah, listen, I think he's trying to send a code. It's just the code isn't. He's trying to get love after hours. No, I almost skipped over that. Can you go into that a little bit for me?
So I just feel like, as you can see here, him and Josh Belmar, they have a bit of a long distance thing. I mean, they can't see each other very often. Sometimes someone has to has to get the rocks off. I mean, sometimes he's probably he's built up, and he was like, "What's a place nearby I can get love?" And he probably went to one of these 18-wheeling guys. They're on the road all day. He knows that they're waiting. That guy in the audience has been the one. But he just knows that he's their demographic. He would be good there. He would be the Jessica Simpson of the truck stop. I think that's what it would be.
Jessica, I think if he really wanted to get a second Tesla, it would take him about, my guess, based on the rates as I understand them, of boy pussy, especially given how he looks and his general affability. He's got a mustache. I think his rate would go up if he shaved the mustache, if I'm being honest. But given the mustache, which is a handicap, I'd say give him like about a week and a half of really putting in some work at the truck stop. I think he'd get himself a second Tesla.
I really agree. I think that is, if he stopped streaming, I think he would go full time at the truck stop. I think he would. I think that could honestly be a good future plan for him. I think it would be.
That'd be a fun stream in and of itself.
Yeah.
Selling his ass at a truck stop.
I mean, that sounds like a kick stream to me. I mean,
I'll be watching that.
Boot it up, Jim. All right, if we have any final questions for Leslie Tanner, I know that he has a program to do tonight, and he would have to prepare for his program. If we have any final questions for Leslie, I would love to hear him. Can Leslie explain this in Nightmare? I just call him Nightmare. He is a nightmare sometimes, I tell you. He is. He asks, how can you explain this picture? How can you explain this picture? All right, what is this picture here? Oh, look at this.
It's-
Oh, look at this. It looks
Oh, look
like
at
as
that.
if he made himself. Can you see that picture? Did you see that? Made himself into Napoleon Dynamite. Let me see if I can pull this up on the screen, if I have the capabilities to do that. Here it is real quick. Let's flash it on the screen. I'm warning you now. There it is. Oh, watch out, Josh. Watch out. That is the picture right there. There's the picture. There it is.
Can I explain that? So that looks like an AI rendered of Napoleon Dynamite.
Yes.
Is that correct?
I believe so.
Is that
I
accurate?
believe so. Napoleon Dynamite X Leslie Tanner.
Oh, so that's the two of us merged.
I
through
believe so.
AI.
I believe so. If you guys had a child and he grew up, I think that is what he's trying to aim at. Is that would be the product of your loins. I think that's what he's going for.
Well, I'd have to say, can I explain that?
Of course.
I don't know what exact. I don't know what's being asked of me. What aspect of this to explain?
I don't know.
It sounds like somebody got sexually aroused and created an image on AI,
Yeah.
and there's is fulfilling some sort of fantasy for them, which I think is great. But I am not Napoleon Dynamite. I understand why some may draw that comparison, but again, he and his brother have very rigid special needs and should have more supervision in that movie in which they were depicted. They should not be allowed to, to drive and such things. And I think it's a shame what we're doing with this character. I think we should. I'd love to see a sort of reimagining of Napoleon Dynamite as a genuine special needs adult, sort of really tarting out in a very destructive way, and giving us all something to learn and chew on in our lives.
I'd like to see a Jason Momoa recapture. If they could rebrand the movie to Jason Momoa. He's this big Aquaman hunk that everyone's all excited about these days, and I mean, I feel like he could really nail that role. He could put a whole different spin on it, and I feel like he could get everyone involved to it. He could.
I'd love to see Jason Momoa also just kind of spread his wings out range-wise, acting range-wise, and get into a role like that, like a truly cognitively disabled adult man, maybe living in a halfway house, maybe living with his sister, maybe, who knows? The script would write itself, just even imagining that massive, scary man with sort of a toddler's, intellectual ability.
That's something I would wait outside for that. I would.
Oh yeah.
And Nightyear actually does. He does say that I was bricked up with that picture. He said I was bricked up. It is a sexual thing.
I knew it.
You called it. You called it. You called it.
I knew it. I can always sense it.
He called it. Well, Leslie, you've been an amazing guest. It's been nothing but amazing. I told you we would have about an hour on here. I know you have a show, and we'll be heading into your show later. And you've been a fantastic guest.
Oh my gosh, David, it's been absolutely a treat, an honor. It's been a rich dessert to be with you on this program. I've had so much fun playing these games, answering questions, and also just having a good old-fashioned conversation with you.
Definitely, Leslie. I hope you have an amazing night, and I can't wait to see your explorations later.
Absolutely. Give my best to Joshua Belmar.
I will. I'll let him know what you thought of that picture earlier.
Oh, yeah.
Please, I'd love to see what he thinks.
All right, sounds good. Have a great night, Leslie.
Namaste.
Namaste.
David. Have a wonderful night.
You too, Leslie. And with that, we're going to our first commercial break of the night. We will be back in 2 minutes. With Josh Belmar. What a perfect timing. I froze. There it is. See you in 2 minutes. 2 minutes. We will be back with Josh Belmar. See you very soon.
With Sound on Wheels.
If you haven't been to Sound on Wheels lately, you haven't been to Sound on Wheels. If it makes your wheels look better, go faster, or stop quicker, we got it right here at Sound on Wheels. We're Sound on Wheels right here on University Drive. You know, look for that tall yellow sign. Hey, what's going on? It's upside down. Who did? Hi, I'm Barney Kavanaugh, and I'm back at yesterday, where we are looking great in 88. Have we got a contest for you? You can be our sweetheart 88. 3 ladies will be chosen to compete in the finals on February 10th. Then on Valentine's Day, the winner receives a dozen red roses, dinner for 4 at Schooner's Restaurant, with the nation's #1 dance show, The Ultimate 5. After dinner, back to yesterday's via Executive Limo for a sizzling Ultimate 5 show. A hot night you'll never forget at yesterday's.
Here's why local builders and their wives choose brick for their homes.
Hello, I'm Frankie Harbin of Frankie Harbin Construction Company, and this is my wife, Angela Harbin.
We build with brick for 3 reasons: lower maintenance, lower heating and cooling costs, and the resale value on the houses is higher.
By living in a brick home, I spend less time with maintenance and more time with my wife and my 3 children.
There you have it. Brick is just good dollars and cents. The North Alabama Brick Association, General Shale, Alabama Brick, Jenkins Brick.
It's hot, it's fun, and it rocks. It's church like you've never experienced. Impact of Huntsville. If you love God and you're sick of religion, check us out. Nothing religious, just the real deal about God. The music is tight. Come as you are. There's no cover charge. Jesus will be there in jeans. It's a party every Sunday at 10 a.m. More fun than you thought was legal in church. Impact of Huntsville. Rock and music, relevant messages, and personal ministry.
Alabama, the state of surprises.
Oh, the commercials. The commercials. We are back. We are back.
Hi, I'm David Martin with Sound on Wheels. If you haven't been to Sound on Wheels lately, you haven't been to Sound on Wheels. If it makes your wheels look better, go faster, or stop quicker.
Thank you very
we got
much,
it right
Naomi.
here at
Thank you.
Sound on Wheels. We're Sound on Wheels right here on University Drive. You know, look for that tall yellow sign. Hey, what's going on? It's
Mr. Belmar is coming. He is. He has entered the Discord.
Hi, I'm Barney Kavanaugh, and I'm back
Fuck off,
at
Barney.
yesterday.
Fuck off, Barney. Welcome back. Welcome back to the show. That was an amazing time. That was an amazing time. Can we get another round of applause for Leslie Tanner? That was honestly, that was a joy. That was a joy. It really was. It really was. We have Mr. Belmar coming in any moment now. He has joined the Discord. He is going to pop in any moment. I gotta say, that was honestly a treat. That was a treat, Dev. Very rude to Barney. Barney's an asshole. He's an asshole. That was honestly a treat. I loved every second of it. I mean, Leslie really is. It's going to be hard to top that. It's going to be hard to top it. He was the pinnacle of gas. The pinnacle of gas. He was. Aww. Josh is on time early even. Hey, he's not in here yet. He's not in here yet. He's not here yet. He's not. But he'll be in here any minute. Great interview. Thank you very much, Naomi. Thank you very much. Hey, if you want to come in until Josh comes in, feel free. If anyone wants to come in and fill time until Josh comes in, the seat's wide open. The seat's wide open. That was a good time. That was a good time. Discord right there. If you'd like to hop in the Discord, this is a show that we are doing every week. Every Tuesday night we do Late Night Tonight. We do QBC on Thursdays, our late night call-in show. We also have Sunday Tech Talk, 2 call-in shows. Sunday and Thursday are call-in shows. Tuesday, it's a very different show. It's just the interview show. It's very different. We're still in our inception. We're still in our inception. It's been around for 3 episodes. This is only episode number 3. And the fact that we have both these amazing guests saying that they want to come on, it's honestly, it's a treat. It's a treat that these two would want to come on the show in such an early infant stage. So, I mean, it's still an early infant stage. It is. And by the way, if you guys want a sneak peek, there it is. Other guests that we have planned that I am contacting the DMs. We have the Windbag. The Windbag also DMing, trying to get Windbag for next week. We have Spectral Sybil, also going to be a guest. Also DM with Spectral Sybil. I've yet to DM Ababox, but I would like to get Ababox as well. I would also like to get Ababox. I would. I put a promo pic in the Discord. Let's see this picture that that he's raving on about. Let's see this picture. Let's see it. Now look at that. That is, I wish that I looked that nice. Let's take a gander at this, shall we? That is, honestly, that's how I look like in my head every night. That's how I look. There he is. Look at that. Who's that supposed to be? Who is that? Huh? Who is that supposed to be? And it looks as if that, what's it called? We have Josh here. Let me DM him right now and let him know. Ready when you are. I'll message him right now. There we are. I DM'd him. Ready when you are. I'm sure he'll pop in. Things we have planned for tonight. We have a challenge was issued. From A2C Killa towards Josh Belmar, where they're going to have a Peggy Sue off, a dance off, if you will, to see who has the better Peggy Sue. There it is. That's a challenge we're going to have, plus many more things. Oh, yeah! Thank you very much, Cole Dunn. Thank you for the follows that I missed during the interview. I apologize. And thank you, every single one of you. Thank
This
you.
late tonight is going so well. I'm proud of you.
Thank you, Yoon. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I do. I deeply do. Let's also line up here. We have someone who would like to pop in for a moment. Let's bring Tracy in to see what she has to say. Tracy, how's it going? How are you liking the show so far, Tracy?
Amazing show.
Amazing show so far. How you liking it? What would you rate on a scale of 1 to 10?
11.
No, that's not true. That's
Come
not true.
on, I
You
like
can't-
it.
I know, but 11, that's too much. That leaves no room for growing.
All right, if we're going for room for growing,
Give me a decimal point in there. Give me a decimal point, like a. What do you think?
We'll do a 9.5. How about that?
9.5. I'll take an 8.6.
No, this is my rating, not yours.
We'll take an 8 by 6. No, 2.1. Oh, come on, 4 for 5. Oh, come on. We just got a DM from Josh Belmar saying, "Be right there." Matt and welcome in. So we are going to drag you out. Thank you for popping in. Thank you for popping in,
problem.
Tracy. Bye. There's a member of our audience dragged in. There he was. The scale only goes up to 8.6 exactly. This is a scale of 1 to 8.6. That is a scale that I did not tell her. This is a scale of 1 to 8.6. 8.6 is the highest. That is the scale. That is the scale right there. It is. 1 inch out of 10.
Mr. Belmar claims the original Peggy Sue, but sometimes originals can be made better.
Oh.
We've adapted. We're better.
Damn.
Get
Damn.
sued.
Strong words by A2C Killa, who is going to be challenging Josh Belmar. Strong. Was there a guest? Yes, we had Leslie Tanner Matten. We are in our second half of the show, where our second guest is Josh Belmar. We also have oh, there it is. We also have a live musical performance for the first time ever. Live musical performance for the first time ever. An actual person is going to come on and do a live musical performance. That is going to be at the tail end of the show. It is. It's going to be nice. It's going to be very good. I'm excited for it. I am. And that's something that we're trying to do. Not Synth Tech. I wish it was, Jay. I wish it was. It's not Foo Fighters. That's something that I'm also going to aim for. I'm going to aim for 2 guests. 2 guests is going to be the formula. And then we're going to have a live musical guest. If I can get a live musical guest every week, that would be amazing. That would be amazing, honestly. It would be. The best thing about that, Matt, is that the VOD is going to be here right after this stream. The VOD will be here right after this stream for your viewing pleasure. We do not have the subscription-based VODs. I hate that. But luckily, it's going to be here. Oh, I'm hearing that Josh Belmar's here.
Yeah.
I'm hearing that Josh Belmar's here. Let's drag him in, shall we? Let's drag him in. And our second guest of the night,
Come on!
as he stated, the George Clooney of tonight's show. The George Clooney. There he is.
Yeah!
If you want to boot up that camera when you're ready, we will capture you and bring you right onto this set. We'll bring you right in.
Yeah, get me right in there.
Right
Drag
in
me in.
All right, you're getting dragged. You're getting dragged.
Drag my ass in.
I'll drag your ass. There it is. There it is. Oh, that's.
Hold on a second.
All right, there we go. Let's capture that here. All right. Bada bing, bada boom. There you are, Josh. How's it going?
Yeah!
You got the own live band. We also have QBC and the David Andrews band also as well. Can we get a jingle from them? There they are. But Josh, we just had Leslie Tanner on, and honestly, he spoke nothing but good things about you. He said nothing but good things. I brought you up. I said you're going to be the main guest tonight. He had nothing but amazing things. That's true.
What did he say?
He said that that's not important. But do you wanna let people know about you? Who are you? Who is Josh Belmar?
Okay, don't do the record scratch. I don't know who the sound guy is. Okay, that's not. My name is Josh Belmar. All right, I'm 6'2", and I like to lead girls on through texting.
Jesus. Just as if we saw yesterday with Janifest. I gotta say, that call you did to Janifest was amazing. I didn't see that in the motion. Holy moly. What a call. What a call to Janifest, I gotta say.
Yeah, dude. I don't know if you know this, but I'm a fucking smooth operator.
That is true. That is true.
All right, your sound guy's pretty good. Okay, I didn't know you had that little clip.
He's the Fred Norris of our show. He's the Fred Norris. I know you're a big Howard
He's
Stern
got
guy.
everything.
Yeah,
huh?
he has a good portion. He has a good portion. We worked before the show, working on sound bites we can put in there. It's only growing. This is only show number 3. We're still in our baby phase. What?
What actor did you compare me to start this?
You said fucking George Clooney. George Clooney. No, don't get an erection to George Clooney. Don't get an erection to George Clooney. Please. All right, come on.
Your sound guy's funny, man.
Come on. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. So we have a list of questions as well as the A2C Peggy Sue-off planned for this segment. We do.
Okay. Yeah.
And
right.
one of the first things I have on here, which I was very curious. What'd you call me?
I'm not calling you that. I'm calling A2C.
Oh, okay.
Peggy Sue,
oh, okay.
Motherfucker.
Yeah. I don't know if he fucks mothers. I don't think that's in his prerogative. I mean, he likes to challenge, and he said that Peggy Sue was made by you, but he added to it, and he added a whole new dimension to the Sue.
He didn't do it. He subtracted from it. That's what he did. He didn't add to anything. He subtracted from it.
I mean,
he did less.
I don't know.
He did less.
He even has an emote of it.
That's the thing. That's what I hate. All of a sudden, he's trying to claim it his because he just has a little GIF with flashing lights behind it.
They call it GIF. They call it GIF these days. The creator calls it GIF. That's what it is.
Hold on.
Got a little homework.
I'm letting everybody know where I'm at right now.
Oh hell yeah!
This is rare.
I appreciate
This is rare, dude. I don't usually get on in front of a camera around this time.
Yeah, I know. You usually go live late at night. What's your sleep schedule like?
Not that terrible.
No?
Not that terrible. I used to be like waking up at 6, 7. I'm usually up around 1 noon now. Pretty good.
That's better than mine.
Good.
I woke up at 3. Good Lord. You know what I did? Yeah. I spent all night watching the First Amendment auditor guys getting people mad on the street. You ever seen that stuff?
Come again?
They'll like shove a camera in someone's face. They're like, "It's my right to film," and then they get really mad and they call the police. For some reason, I was just hooked in this hole. In this hole, I just kept watching. I couldn't get enough of it. I couldn't.
I watched Tarkov.
I know something else you watch. You've been watching wrestling because I've seen you wear a Sting/Darby shirt before. Do you watch AEW?
Fuck no.
No?
Only Sting clips.
Only Sting clips. I mean, AEW is in the share. Do you watch WWE at all? Royal Rumble's coming up next weekend.
I will watch Royal Rumble. I did see the occasional CM Punk. I saw the CM Punk Cody Rhodes promo.
Oh,
I dab a little bit.
That was amazing.
WWE. Yeah, it was really good.
That was awesome. I'm thinking that Cody Rhodes isn't going to win the belt this year, and sadly he's going to be fighting CM Punk, which will still be a good match, but I think he should be the champion. I do.
I think it's gonna be. You think Cody Rhodes is gonna fight CM Punk at WrestleMania?
Maybe.
I don't think that's happening.
Maybe. Oh, they're teasing all this Royal Rumble thing, and I think that CM Punk is probably going to win the Rumble, in my opinion. I think
Mr.
CM
Belmar's
Punk's
wrestling
gonna take
idol
on
is
Seth
clearing Steven
Rollins,
Richards
right? That's
from the
story, and
RTC.
then
Yeah.
Fucking The Rock says The Rock.
Who
The
is
Rock
now an
says-
owner? Now an owner of the TH whatever it is.
TKO.
Yeah. What the hell?
Holdings.
Then A2C says Mr. Belmar is a wrestling idol as Stevie Richards from the RTC. What is that?
There's a lot of rumors that Steven Richards is going to come out of retirement and be in the Rumble this year.
Really?
I don't want to see any spoilers.
Are you talking about the guy in the Blue
Yeah.
World Order?
Steven Richards, look him up.
All right, I'll look him up right now. Let's look him up right now. I'm thinking of Stevie Richards.
Look in my eyes. That's right, Marissa.
Steven Richards. All right, let's see this. Oh yeah, I watch this guy on YouTube. I watch him on YouTube. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. Jamie, pull it up. We need a Jamie in here. That's the next thing we need. We got the Fred Norris. We need a Jamie. So I have a question real quick. Is that the Four Loco podcast was something I loved. That was something I thought was very good. Are you going to be bringing back those podcast-like shows?
Yes. I think for the Four Loco one, in order to run that one back, I think possibly. Now, I don't want anybody to get their hopes up. I got a lot of dates this week. A lot of dates.
With ladies.
It's like it's hard to kind of. I need a better way to organize all the texts that I'm sending out. I get lost in who I'm talking to and what kind of past conversations we had, and I try to carry it on, this and that. But there's a possibility if I am single, if I am single come Valentine's Day, I will be doing my first ever subathon.
Oh!
And with that, we'll be bringing special rewards based on how live I've been. If we say we're live a weekend, you unlock a special stream. One of those is going to be the second Four Loco podcast.
Damn. This is breaking news. This is live. This is breaking news right here. Thank you for sharing this. Breaking news. Shit. You know what I'm doing on Thanksgiving is I'm doing the 10 hot dog challenge. I'll be eating 10 wieners at once. That's what I'm doing.
On Thanksgiving? What are you talking about?
Well, I
I'm
meant to
talking
say
about
Valentine's Day. I apologize. They're the same to me. I have stuffing on both days. But I'm going to be eating 10 wieners on Valentine's Day. I mean, it's not as cool as yours, but I mean, I think it'll be enticing.
10, like, are you going to, like, shoot them?
I'm gonna go for a Joey Chestnut.
You're gonna fucking shoot them?
No, I'm gonna do the dip in water, and I'll just like shove it in my mouth, and then I'm making them all soggy. I'm shoving them down my gullet. I mean, that's.
Can I ask you something?
Go for it.
Why?
I try and go against the curve. You have people out here, they're dressing as cherubs. They're dressing as just little guys shooting little heart arrows. What's something no one's doing? And that's demolishing 10 wieners live. That's something that I feel like I'm always that guy in the audience likes it. I'm trying to get outside the box. That's what I'm trying to do. Get outside the box. Eat
You got
some
that
wieners.
10 wiener fever. Huh?
I mean, I don't have a fever, but I think it'd be nice. I like a good Nathan's.
You got that 10 wiener fever.
No,
that seems to be an emote. Put that on a fucking t-shirt.
I might do that. So
He likes wieners.
that TTS not true. I do not like wieners. I don't like wieners. So something in the past that happened is that I don't have wiener fever. I do not have wiener fever.
Wiener fever.
No.
Dink donk wiener fever. Dink donk wiener fever.
All right, if you want to play those games, I have wiener fever. Well, then look at this. Wrong one. Then look at this.
The fuck am I looking at?
Look at that. Huh? You saying I have wiener fever? Huh? Look at that. You see that? What do you have to say about that, Mr. Belmar? Mr. Smooth Operator? Mr. Jimmy is my lover.
You know what I gotta say?
What?
You know what I gotta say to that? You like this? It's been a while, huh? You forgot. I got those dildos on the dresser, buddy.
Hey.
Okay.
And that's your prerogative. That's something you can roll with. That's fine.
Stacked
That's
up.
fine.
There's no space to put anything else. Full.
Do you ever do like ring toss, like
They're
at the
suction
carnivals?
cup too. There's suction cup. You can smack them. They're not going to fall
They
off.
just
You can literally like a blizzard, like a fucking Dairy Queen blizzard. You can shake the
Ooh.
dresser upside down, and those things are not going to move.
But I would say if I had a setup like that, I would make a impromptu ring toss thing, like at the carnival, and I would just try and see if I can land any rings on the
You
dildos.
spill it, you get it for free. One falls off, you get them for free.
Oh, there we go. That's enticing. That's enticing. We have another one. I showed this to Leslie Tanner. And honestly, he was shaken by
Wiener
this.
fever.
He was shaken by this. Look at that. He was shaken. But what is the story behind this? I mean, honestly, that shook Leslie down to the core. It did.
I don't know. Somebody hacked my system one stream, and I had some subliminal messages popping up, and I don't know what the story was behind it. These are AI images. These aren't real.
That doesn't look very AI to me, and I've seen a lot
Look
of
at
AI.
my hair.
All right,
it's
I'm
a lot
looking.
longer there than it was, and so, and that's just. I have a lot bigger traps. I've always had bigger traps. I've never had little tiny traps like that picture.
What is a trap?
It's like the turtle shell muscle right here.
Like
I'm
Brock
trapped out of my
Lesnar.
mind.
Like Brock
Yes.
Lesnar. Oh.
Fucking trapped out of my mind. Those traps are too tiny to be me, so it's obviously computer generated.
All right, I'll go with you.
Somebody said topless Josh Belmar. This is the prompt. Topless Josh Belmar, long sleeve white shirt, tied in mouth, tiny traps.
Then they typed realism.
Concerned look.
This was the beginning of the spread.
The beginning of the spread. Remember, lies spread. No, A2C is calling you a liar. He's calling you a liar. He thinks you're honestly just making up stories now. And I think I'm gonna take your word.
I've never seen some. Listen, I was so embarrassed for this guy. I was watching him playing Crazy Taxi.
I was there as well.
And it was really difficult.
Yeah.
I usually enjoy his content, but he was sloppy.
Oh.
I don't know what kind of system he has over there, but he was all over the place. His directions, he didn't know the difference between left, right, up, down. It was really a nightmare.
I mean, it's a hard game.
I felt concerned.
It's a hard game. Like, I think the most I've ever gotten is 6 guesses on, on Crazy Taxi. I never got past 6. That's where I always lose it. I mean, it's not an easy game. He was probably just getting his bearings. It's an old game. It's a hard game. It is.
But here's the thing, difference between me and him. I don't go in there and verbalize my disgust. I keep it to myself.
Okay.
See, I don't know why everybody thinks it's some type of fucking display board. When it comes to, they come in here and they get their little expo marker out and they start writing the most terrible things. Okay? I don't ask for that. It's squeaking. It's fucking their expo markers squeaking all over the place.
But A2C's a guy that wears his heart on his
shitty
sleeve.
stuff.
He wears his heart on his sleeve, and that's not, you can't take that away from him. He wears his heart on his sleeve, and that's what I like about him. Oh, it's true. That's why he's part of the Channel 9.
He needs to go sleeveless.
Oh, come on. Go on. The guy has huge biceps. I mean, he's a good guy. Welcome in, Doodle Dawn. And speaking of Doodle Dawn being here, I have one of my questions here.
I lost audio somehow.
You lost audio?
Hello?
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Sometimes this happens.
What's happening?
Oh, okay, we're back.
Okay, we're back. Thank goodness. I don't know what that was. Not muted. Not muted. So I also I have a question about a call your mom did. How she was very displeasured by Men in Black. And you counteracted that by making it cheaper. Isn't that kind of a slap in the face?
Yeah, me and my mom we like to poke each other, joke around, like to try to get on her nerves.
Okay.
And I thought it was funny. Like as an opportunity.
Okay.
There was a reason to discount it because of her disgust.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I think sometimes just gotta say, hey, you're kind of being a little ridiculous. Take that.
I feel it. You gotta you give and take. You give and take. You got something. You got that message. You fought back. You made it cheap. And then how many Men in Black did you end up doing?
I busted out 110.
110.
110.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we did 110.
Jesus.
Real nice.
Good Lord. Do your legs get tired after doing all that? Do you wake up with sore thigh bones?
The only time I've ever been really sore is I did a Forrest Gump thing a while back, and I ran with leg braces on.
That sounds
my
dangerous.
right hip and my fucking was really torn up.
Yeah, that sounds very risky. That does not sound good. That does not sound good. Marathon. You did say something about a subathon. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. We will. Josh Gump. I won't call him
that will be one of the special. We're gonna bring that back if that happens in the subathon.
Oh shit!
That will be a special stream we will do if we unlock it.
Damn.
There's gonna be unlockables, man.
Badass.
It's like a progress. It's like those addictive mobile games. You got to grind time in order to get the good shit, the legendary heroes.
Yeah.
All right. Or you can spend a bunch of money and buy emeralds and then unlock the bonus rare chests.
Like Xbox achievements. Were you ever an achievement hunter back in the Xbox days?
No, I thought that was kind of tacky. If we got them, sure, but some guys like, what does those gamer scores mean?
Nothing.
Where are those people at with the 200,000 plus gamer scores?
In a dark basement, probably eating 10 hot dogs on Valentine's Day. That's what they're probably doing.
10 wiener fever.
10 wiener fever.
Ding dong. 10 wiener fever. Ding dong.
I'm not going to take that as something people say anymore. We're not going to let that catch on. We're not going to let that catch on. I'll fight tooth and nail to not let that catch on. I will not. Careful. Not 10 wiener fever. Careful with that.
Ding dong.
Can I just say something? I know you're a big fan. Some even call you the big boss. I have never.
That's right. Big boss!
Jesus. You made a... I got a Windows alert after I did that. You did the big... I got a Windows alert. Jesus.
Hello.
Good Lord. I gotta say, I have never played a Metal Gear game in my life. I haven't.
Really?
Never once. What would be a Metal Gear game? Should I just start right at 1 if I were to play Metal Gear?
Yeah, that's the way you gotta do it. You gotta start at 1.
Who was... Jesus. Are you having some interference? All right, good Lord. That's loud. That's loud. Are you okay? Are you okay?
Sorry about that.
I don't find that humorous. I do not find that. I've honestly, that was like a terrorist attack on my eardrums. That's what you just did to me. You did a terrorist attack on my eardrums and everyone in here. That's what you just did. You just did a terrorist attack on our eardrums. Do you think we have our own symbols? We have the band. Hit it to the band. Send it to the band.
Dramatic.
Send it to the band. Thank you. Thank you. I mean, it's true. He just jihaded my ears. That's what Nightyear had to say, and I would say that that's probably true. That is very true.
Just trying to make a living.
What?
That's all.
Why are you someone that recovers broken ears? Is that your living on fixing ears that have been broken by you? Is that why?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I break them.
You break them and then you fix them.
I break them, then I fix them.
That's a good business model. I gotta say, it's a pretty good business model. It is. It is. So also, I put in your Discord, I don't know if you saw, I was like, hey, you guys got any questions? You guys got any questions for Josh for me to ask today? I'm going to ask a few of those questions, if you don't mind, from your community. I am. I'm not saying these are all enticing questions. There are some of them, I gotta be honest, some of them are just strange. But I mean, what?
You're back.
Audio.
Trippy.
So this is an odd one. I mean, it's very bread and butter. This one just says, "Are you gonna play RuneScape?" I mean, I don't recommend you do that. I don't recommend you do that.
I don't know where this whole RuneScape bug came from. But I never was a RuneScape. RuneScape honestly doesn't excite me. A lot of games nowadays, RuneScape is like the OG POW world. All right, I'm not interested. Don't care. I don't give a shit.
And you said it very amazing last night. The POW world is like a virus that has taken over Twitch right now. It's like a virus. It's just like everywhere. Everyone's like out of nowhere. Just, hey, you heard about, it's Pokemon with guns. It's Pokemon with guns. I mean, I'm hearing it 30 times a day. I am sick of it.
Yeah, I agree. Oh. It's fucking virus.
It was. It is. It was. So something that I found amazing that kind of blew my mind is you popped the hell off when they had the Mountain Dew promo. How was that whole situation? Because that was awesome. Mountain Dew even came in and dropped like 1,000 subscriptions. You were like getting put on the front page of Mountain Dew left and right every day. How was that? That seemed amazing.
Yeah, it was really great.
Yeah.
Honestly, it was a great experience. I saw some of the support. There was a weird thing going on Twitter where a lot of people were,
Are you?
oh man, where a lot of people were trying to. It wasn't 1,000. I got 500 gifted subs, which is still incredible. But a lot of people were saying, hey, this is a ripoff. Don't do this. They're getting free advertisement. And sure they are. But I think it brought they supported a lot of smaller streamers, and fuck it, man.
People
I'll
dipping
shill
them
for a little bit of Mountain Dew.
spraying yourself in green.
You
Also,
give me
welcome
subs,
in,
no
welcome in
contracts.
Ababox. Welcome in
And I
Ababox.
enjoyed it. So it was great.
I mean, they loved you. I saw they're coming in the chat. They were like, Josh, you're the best. Josh, you're crazy. Josh, you're awesome. And then they had that Mountain Dew credit card. They lit that bitch up. They did.
Yeah, the higher ups really took a liking to me.
They did.
The higher ups.
We did. We also we played a little game with Leslie earlier where we looked at all these people. We looked at all these people to let them know, just at first glance, what he thought of them. And we did have this one right here. We had this one right here, right then and there. I mean, he thought very good things. He thought very good things. He did. There it is. I won't react like that. I mean,
no, me and Abba, I don't know if you know this. Me and Abba go way back. I met Abba about 2 or 3 months into my streaming career. Me and him,
oh yeah,
affiliate Andy Milanakis was putting it together.
What?
And me, him, and a guy named Honcho McDuck formed a little group, formerly known as the Guy Crew, and then woke culture. We had to turn into the Sky Crew.
Okay.
80s. And ever since then, he's one of my real friends. I think I've got for this platform. When I mean that, like, we get into calls late at night. We talk about stuff.
That's awesome.
And we kind of, it's not just surface level there. He's a really good guy, really incredibly talented. He does his own thing, which I feel like a lot of, like, to me, my favorite creators are the ones who, in a way, draw inspiration from each other, but they kind of create their own path, and he is nothing but a trailblazer in what he does.
I would agree. I mean, he had a 24-hour stream recently. I mean, I was watching almost the whole time. Almost the whole time I was watching this. It was a blast. I had an amazing time. I mean, I gotta say, I am newer to a lot of people. I mean, I'm trying to branch out in ABBA. Since I've turned him on, I can't turn him off. I turn him on one time, I can't turn him off. It's true. And I like getting turned on.
Some of the best character work on Twitch, too.
Yeah, I agree.
For sure.
I agree.
Like, top tier.
Yeah. All right, let's go back. Let's go back to a little bit of your community, a little question. Now, this is another weird one. This is just, it's.
Keep the tab open.
The guy just said,
Sorry.
"Do you want kids?" Was one of the questions you wanted me to ask you. Do you want kids? Good Lord.
Yeah, I like a couple kids.
A couple? How many?
For sure. 2.
2?
2's good.
I mean, that is very sweet. That is very sweet. I could see
Hold
you
on
being.
a second.
Well. It looks very hilarious. I think it's way better on this side of the screen. In my opinion. He doesn't even have a redeem. He's just doing this for fun. He just does this just to work out. He's just doing it for fun. Yes. He just does this for fun. I mean, sometimes you just have to get up and boogie. You have to get up and boogie sometimes. Get the juices flowing in them legs. So, there we are. That was amazing. It was. I gotta say, Josh, from our POV, that looked as if you don't mind me saying, it looked a little fucked. It looked a little fucked. I gotta say. The crowd's busting a gut. Don't care.
Don't care.
Well, if you're
so what?
If we're gonna be
so what?
First you called me 1,000 Wiener Pete. I don't know what you called me, 1,000 Wiener Petey or something. You're trying to get everyone to call me Wiener Pete, and then you're
Wiener Fever.
Same thing. Same thing. And then we have we're not doing the Wiener Fever.
Dink donk, dink donk. 10 Wiener Fever, dink donk.
People don't even say that anymore. That's like a year and a half old thing. That's old. That's old. It is old.
Dink donk.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right, let's get into another question that was asked by your community. Your community was asking these questions. This was by Abby. If you know Abby, I'm sure you do. And she said, when are you gonna color your hair, preferably pink? When are you gonna color your hair, preferably pink? Says Abby.
I got like, what is that? I got really dry scalp.
Mm-hmm.
I got that seborrheic dermatitis condition where if I don't shampoo with a special shampoo a couple times a week, it gets flaky and stuff.
Okay.
And so if I dyed my hair, I'm afraid the hair dye might irritate it.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
You'd become a bald man.
Possibly.
I mean,
I don't know if there's any coming back.
That's in style these days.
I'll
People
dye
like
it
that.
pink, but how many pink hairs will I have?
Probably about 6 strands, and you'll look like a swamp thing. And that's just...
What shampoo do you use? I got like a Nizoral. I use mainly, then I use a regular like biotin shampoo stuff. But Nizoral is the one I use to like help with it.
Do you use conditioner? I'm against conditioner. I think it's overrated.
Sometimes. Yeah, sometimes. Probably a couple times. I mean, like probably fucking 5 times a month, maybe 6 times.
Yeah.
I mix it up. I think it's good condition here and there.
All right. Well, A2C, if you want to hop in, we're not going to do the dance-off right now, but if you would like to hop in the chill zone, we can line that up coming up. If you'd love to hop in, we'd love to have you. We'd love to have you. Don't say it's cum. That's disgusting. It's not cum. That is disgusting. It really is. Really, I mean, we don't want to bring this back. Not that one. Not that one. This one. We don't want to bring... And when you say that word, this is all I think of. That's all I think of.
Why does this make that you think of cum?
I don't know. It just seemed... Because that's probably how this interaction's ending.
You got a fucking dirty mind.
There's hearts.
Dirty motherfucker.
You guys,
huh?
Hey, I haven't showered, but that's not a part of it. It's just that you guys, you have your arms around each other. You look like you look like a good pairing, and that probably ends with a little few dildos on the dresser.
You ever been held before?
Have I ever been held
before?
No, I was a very sheltered kid. I was locked in the basement.
It's nice being held. It's me being held right there.
Well, I mean...
Yeah. Nice feeling.
It's okay. It's okay. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. That's all right. It's all right. You didn't have to get personal with that.
Hold me.
You didn't have to get personal with that. You didn't have to do that. You didn't have to do that. But we'll go on regardless. We'll go on. I'm not jelly. Abba's kind of jealous of this. He probably is. He sounds like he is. He wants that
Abba's
personal
always
touch.
welcome. He's always welcome to come stay with me and John.
There he goes with the cum again.
No problem.
All right, so another thing.
Without a doubt.
Okay. He says he's not jelly. Hey, you know what that means? The opposite.
That's the opposite. Cut out again. Give it a sec.
All right.
Sorry, I can't hear you. I can see you talking, but I can't hear you. I know you can hear me. It's been coming back pretty quick, though.
Huh?
All right, we're back.
Bada boom, bada bing. Is this because the roads are bad? Is that why you're having such bad signal? The roads are bad. Is that why?
Possibly. Yeah, the roads are pretty bad.
Yeah. I mean, is it snow its ass off down there? Is it?
I mean, just a lot of the snow is melted.
Yeah, it is. It is.
And a lot of the water is run down from the hills, and it's creating big ponds in the road. Road ponds.
Road ponds. Those are the most dangerous kind of ponds. They have flesh-eating bacterias, is what I've heard.
I don't have one of those James Bond automobiles that can go from road to river. You know?
I wish. I have an early 2000s Honda Civic that barely can get up a hill. So, I mean, it's also not very ideal. Not very ideal at all. It's not. It's not. I have a question. When you hear Stone Cold's theme song, do you get PTSD at this point?
I get PTSD anytime I hear the bit sound go off.
Oh, true. You're just looking left and right, waiting for it. You got one right in the chin.
Yeah.
You got a scar to prove it.
Uh-huh. You want to see that?
Yeah, show it off. I'm not the only
Got a
angry
chin
scar around
scar.
here. What is this?
Focus.
Thank you,
See that?
Tracy, I see.
Wait. Oh, shit. Hold on.
There we go.
Focus. Damn it. Focusing on my neck. There it is.
No, I see it. I see it. Right on. There it is. Very Indiana Jones-like scar. Very Indiana Jones. Booger free. Good thing I'm not getting close because I'm boogered up. I'm boogered up. I can tell. Put your hand behind your chin, says Tender. I mean, that would work as well. That would work as well. Well, let's see what we got right quick. Let's see this real quick. Let's see this. Let's see this. We have this right here. We're going to raise this up to 4 men because there's another person entering right now. There's another person entering right now. There is. And his name is A2C Killer. Get a round of applause for A2C. There he is. Oh, we dragged him in and he left. We dragged him in and he left. Does that mean you win by default?
Fucking pussy.
No need to throw venom. No need to throw venom. There he is. He's back. Welcome in, A2C.
Yeah. What's up, Scar?
How's it
Belmar?
going?
You guys
How's it going? Fellow Channel 9 member up in here. That's what we like to see. And there it is. I've never actually captured 2 cameras, but let's give this a shot. Let's give this a shot. Let's see if I can do this. Let's see how I can even do this. That looks horrible. That looks horrible. All right, so this is what I'm going to do. We're going to have the 2 dances, and we're going to have the chat vote. The chat vote on what they think is better. That's what we're going to do. Okay? That's what we're going to do. The chat will pick. Who is the better? Who is the better? Peggy Sewer, or what do you call it, A2C?
The knee bop, all right? That's the new generation, all right? The new generation. You know, this whole Peggy Sue thing, what is this, the 60s? No, this is the new generation. It's the knee bop, all right? It's the knee bop.
I mean, I like that. It's very enticing. It's very enticing. Who is going to play the music? Do we have someone who would be able to play the music?
I got it.
You got it, Josh?
I play mine. No, he's on his fucking own, but I got mine.
All right, so I'm going to bounce back and forth between these, so we can get a full glance of both these dances. We will vote and see who is the winner. We got a little bit of feedback coming from somewhere. Who's giving the feedback? I think
we got some feedback.
Got a little bit of feedback. Oh, there we go.
A little bit of feedback. Good?
Yeah, we're good. We're good. Thank you very much. Thank you much.
So unprofessional, honestly, really unprofessional.
All right, see, this
guy's buzzing like a fucking bee. What is this, like a static TV?
Tracy, the dance hasn't even happened yet.
Can't get a good signal. Faulty wires.
No, I mean,
look at that. All right, we're good. We solid? We solid?
We're perfectly fine. We're fine.
Sounds like is there a fucking
wires.
fly in here? Is there fucking
faulty wires?
Sound?
We're talking about faulty wires. Look, I saw what was going on earlier. Hold on. Oh, can't hear you. Hold up.
I gotta say, he's having technical difficulties. He's having a little bit technical difficulties. But if you're ready to hit the music, I think we're ready to start this dance off and settle this once and for all. Live on Late Night Tonight with David Sanders, episode 3. There it is. There it is. Hold your votes. Hold your votes. Tracy, just close the poll if you don't mind. I mean, the dances haven't started. All right, here we go. Here we go. You guys ready? You guys ready? We have Josh warming up. Now, when you're ready, Josh, if you could hit that music, we are going to get this show on the road. We have... There it is. There it is. I like that. I like that sumo. The little sumo warm up. I've been watching a lot of Midnight Sumo on Twitch. What a channel. What a channel. Those guys have a lot of bosom. They have a lot of curves. I like curves. I like curves. There it is.
Hey, look at this fucking warrior pose, huh? Look at this warrior pose.
Hold on. T.
They get warrior pose on, bitch.
Extend.
Fucking warrior pose.
Hold on here. Hold on. Boom. Boom, baby. What you talking about? All right. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, you guys ready?
Ready?
I'm going to count it down, all right? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Peggy.
Get Peggy sued, bitch.
Yeah, see, look at that. Look at that. Look at all that movement, all right? It's all in the
Get Peggy sued, bitch.
You know why I feel blue. He's got to use his whole body. It's all over the place. There's no consistency.
Peggy sued, bitch. I'm flailing your arms, huh?
Yeah, keep them straight. Yeah, that's
Get Peggy sued, bitch.
Look at that. It's all in the hips. See, I can do a lot of other things. Look at that. It's a big difference.
Peggy sued, bitch.
Fucking difference. All right? Yeah, your legs are giving way. I can do this all night, baby. I can do this all night.
That was amazing. Can I get a round of applause for that? That was amazing from both of you. Now, just let me just say so myself that A2C had a little bit more variety. He had some variety. He was changing it up. He was throwing in some stuff. You have a very solid. You stick to the arms like you like them. You stick to legs how you like them. A2C, he's just throwing things out there. I mean, he's really inventing as he goes along, and I love that. I do love that.
No, but this is a singular move, okay? He's doing a whole like in-sync routine, all right? I'm not in here doing choreography. I have a particular move. That's the
his audio cut
I don't know.
out.
He's going.
There we go.
He's got fucking evolution of dance over in that piece.
But I would say
not me.
A2C is already in the lead because he's not out of breath.
That's why it's a modern take. It's a modern take on an old school dance. Josh living in the past. We're trying to update it.
Fucking evolution of dance, huh?
All right, let's start the poll. If we're ready, let's start the poll and see what the chat thinks. Who was the superior dancer? Who killed it? Who just shit the bed? Who just shit the bed? Huh? Huh?
Yeah. Let's fucking go.
What an
You already
eclectic.
know what's going to happen.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. We have the originator versus the up-and-comer. The up-and-comer. That's what we have. And you know what the winner of this is going to be getting? Do you know the prize?
He was just fucking throwing paint at a wall. That's what he was doing. Just whatever he
Paint
could
at a
do.
wall. All right, now hold
arm
on
rolls, arm rolls, kind of all types of stuff.
Exactly.
It looked like a plane going down.
Involved. Look at that.
It looked like
Look
a
at
Boeing plane going down. He right into the mountainside.
Do not talk about plane crashes on my show.
Look at that. Look at that. Limp, nimble. All right. We're not just locked in place. We're nimble.
He was.
All right? You got to keep it moving. Keep it going.
He was.
Keep flexible. You keep on moving. That's what it's all about.
All you're hearing is.
No. Good Lord. Good Lord.
Look at the tactics. Look at the tactics he's going to, because he understands. Oh shit! I gotta update. I gotta keep it up. I gotta
Air traffic controller, we're going down
with the fresh generation.
Air traffic controller, we're going down.
Look at the tactics, guys. Look at the tactics here. Look at the tactics.
This is. Do not
confident in the craft.
I mean, you guys, you should respect each other. I mean, you both have a very passionate dance. I don't think.
Listen, I don't know what happens. People take my respect for granted. I give nothing but respect. But what I get in return? Disrespect. And I'm just supposed to sit here and take it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
You're not Rodney Dangerfield, but I appreciate it. You're not the Rodney Dangerfield Twitch.television. I gotta say, you're not, but you're close. You're close.
Look.
People come for my neck for no reason.
What?
Now, all right. Hold on here. Mr. Belmar, you know I have the utmost respect for you, my friend. You know that. Oh. You know that, Mr. Belmar.
Okay.
Come on, I call you Mr. Belmar.
But can we make a statement here? I didn't seek you out for this. You seeked me out. You're trying to tear me down from the top of my fucking tire. You said, "Hey, buddy, guess what? I can do your thing better than you can. I didn't ask for this.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of the profiteer. I mean, I saw happening in the chat, and I DM'd both of you. I was like, what an amazing thing that we have to do. I'm like, there's only one way to settle it once and for all.
Listen, I'm down. I'm down to do it. I'm not, I'm not too good for that stuff. I'll come down here and give it a shot, perform my skills in front of the masses. I don't care. I'll take on the challenge. I could have easily said, no, listen, it's not worth my time. But no, I'll fucking do it.
So the poll is very close and closing very soon. If you want to get your last minute things in here, thank you for the follow. Very close poll, very close. It's neck and neck. Neck and neck.
Just remember, guys, locked in place, almost keeling over. Limp and nimble. All right. Just remember.
It's true.
Yeah, because I have effort. It takes effort to do what I do. Okay. The fact that you're not even breathing heavy at all tells me something. You're just.
Oh, now come on.
And the winner is.
What is this?
Josh Belmar.
Come on.
Come on, baby.
There it is. And since you won that, I have your award for you. And that is we have about 6 more lifesavers in this bag. I got about 6 lifesavers. If you like, I'll send these over. I got a few. I love
effort.
I love
to suck on those Nerf guns. And Naomi, shut the fuck up.
Do not besmirch the chat room. Do not besmirch them. They're nothing but friends. Nothing but friends. They're critics. I'm not giving them a bean boozle. I would not put that on my worst enemy. I would not put a bean boozle on my worst enemy. It was disgusting, and I wish I never did. It was disgusting. It's all love. Do not be mean. Exactly.
Bean boozles are easy.
What? Are you serious?
I'll take fucking 8 right now. I'll take a handful.
No way.
Easy.
You don't have some, do you?
Yeah, I do.
You
It's
do?
not a problem at all.
Do you want to have a bean boozle off? I'll challenge you a bean boozle off right now. Huh?
Let's do it right now.
I'm pulling them out right now. We're having a boozle off. I got my boozles.
Right now.
I got them.
Get that shit out. Hold on.
Here we go.
I got a trunk here. I have to open up.
All right.
I got my Bean Boozled trunk. Check this out. Got a whole trunk. Where's it at?
Scar, thank you for having me for that challenge.
Of course,
Let's
A2C.
Get back to your guest here.
Shout out for A2C.
Hey, A2C.
Thank you for coming on.
Take care, Joe.
Hey, see you, playa. Actually, hold on a second. I need to get. It's in the. 1 second.
So for the people that do not know the Bean Boozle, it is either a good flavor or a horrible flavor. That's how the Bean Boozle works. It's either an abysmal flavor like stinky socks, vomit, or like something dead, a dead fish. And that is what we're currently doing. That's what we're currently doing. They're almost all boozles. They are almost all boozles. There it is. He has that version. I have the boxed variant. The box variant. That's the one I have. There we go. All right. How do you want to do this? How do you want to do this?
Oh, yeah. I just open the top and I just like pull it up.
How about you put 5 at once? You get 5 in your hand. We're gonna do 5 at once. 5 boozles.
Okay.
5 boozles. I'm holding them out.
Yeah.
I'm getting one of every flavor. Here we are. Here are my 5 boozles right here. I don't know if I can.
I got 2. Hold on.
There's 2. There's my 5 boozles right there. There's 5. 5 boozles. This is gonna be horrible. I'm honestly not looking forward to this. I'm not looking forward to this. There we go. All right, he's got his boozles.
Come on. Focus! What the hell? Oh, shit.
You're having a focus issue. I see there they are. There they are. Well, I see the boozles. You ready?
Yeah.
Set. Boozle. Ah. you fine?
This is nothing.
What? Do you just eat disgusting shit for fun?
I got June beetles in here. I'm gonna take a fucking bite of a beetle now. These suck.
All right, I'm gonna try and down all these at once with a big swallow. If I choke right here now, someone clip it at least. Someone clip it if I choke.
Yeah, Mark's right. I've had worse. I've had way worse, man. Satan's Blood Extreme, huh? You ever had Satan's Blood Extreme?
What the hell's that?
That's what I'm saying. Satan's Blood Extreme.
I get mine are chewier than yours. My eyes are watering. My eyes are watering. You brought me to tears, Josh. You brought me to tears. Good Lord.
Really, that affects you.
I have a very sensitive palate. I have like a chef's palate, like Gordon Ramsay. He can taste things amazing. I think he burned all your taste buds off by just doing something. I don't think you have any taste buds left. That's the only explanation.
Excuses. Excuses. That's what I hear. Excuses, man.
It's because
sensitive palate.
It's because I taste stuff. Even you probably have a 10-course dinner. It all tastes like chicken nuggets. I can take in every single ounce, every dip of olive oil. I can taste it because I have a sensitive palate. I do. Oh, it's true.
Good for you. Yeah, good for you.
Now you said what'd you say? You have some kind of bug?
My mom's right. My mom's right. You're a puss hole.
What? Well, that's.
You are a puss hole.
I bring you on here. I bring you on here. As someone I
That's right, Mom. Tell him.
Please, my dad's in the chat. My dad's in the chat. Dad, tell her mom. Tell her mom. I'm calling him a her.
We come from good stock.
Dad, where you at? Where you at, Dad? Dad, I need backup. Dad.
We come from good stock, okay?
Daddy.
Puss hole.
Don't call me that. Don't call me that. Okay? Dad. My dad left. Well, it's late. It's late for him, okay? It's late. He probably had to go to sleep. He's a busy guy. Okay? He's a busy guy. He is. It's okay. It's late. No, don't quote me. It's true. He's not getting milk. Okay? He went to get the smokes. He's never coming back. That's not true. Okay? That's not true. So, I have another weird question that was sent in by your Discord, which is it's just an odd question. It's a very odd question. If you could make the ultimate sandwich, what would it be?
Okay. I like the multigrain bread.
Okay.
I really do. Big fan of the multigrain.
All right.
Be multigrain, and I put it on a panini press. Now, if we're talking cheeses, I got to go with provolone. It's just very flexible with what you can mix and match with it. Right. Provolone with maybe pepper jacks, speckles.
Damn. That's a good cheese.
Pepper jacks, cheese speckles. Ooh. So you have a little bit of spice.
Not Swiss. Swiss is disgusting. I can't stand Swiss. Swiss is a bad cheese in my opinion. I'm not a big Swiss guy.
Sometimes it's nice. Swiss can be nice with it if you, but it's not like it's not an all the time cheese.
No. Yeah, it has to be.
Now, provolone with pepper jack speckles has a lot to really, strive for.
It does.
There's a lot there. Now we're talking about meats. Now we're talking sandwich. And I like I like all types of meats.
Okay.
But we got to do turkey and we got to do bacon.
Turkey and bacon, you said?
What the fuck are you talking under your breath for? What are you saying?
No, I just had something in my throat. It's the Bean Boozle. I had something in my throat. I'm just trying to get. I had something in my mouth. I'm just trying to.
Is this what your dad taught you how to be a little shit?
What? At least,
Little fucking shit.
At least, my mom's not out here slinging slanders at David Sanders.
She's supporting her son.
She
okay?
is.
We come from good stock, right,
Good
Mom?
stock. Chicken stock? Beef stock? Are you a
Everything's
test tube
fucking
baby?
Everything's food with you. Tin wiener fever, food stock.
Are you calling me fat?
Milk. I mean, how many times have you brought up food tonight?
I'm going. So that question, by
Did
the way,
you eat
was submitted by your
yesterday?
own. It was submitted by your own audience
What's
in
your
your
favorite
Discord.
sandwich?
What's my favorite sandwich?
No, I'm mocking you for asking me
That's what your Discord said. I asked your Discord, and that's what they said. That's
and
what
you
they
ate it
said.
all up because you just love you. Anything that deals with food, it's just nonstop with you. I got a palate. I got a perfect palate. I'm like Gordon Ramsay. I got a sensitive stomach.
You know what? I can be Josh Belmar. I can be Josh Belmar. Any be Josh Belmar? Huh? Look, I'm Josh Belmar. Get Peggy sued. Oh, Peggy sued, bitch. Oh, hey, I can be you. It's not hard. It's not hard. Okay, you want to mock people? It's not hard. Don't I look like you now? Huh? Don't I look beautiful?
good.
Huh?
God, this show's kind of went up a little. That's nice.
Huh? I can pull shit off. I can spread my hair apart. It may be a little greasy
That's
on yours,
nice.
but that's okay. You like this?
That's good.
I look like Professor
Yeah.
Snape.
Now we're talking.
I look like
Hello.
Professor Snape, and that's
Come
not.
on, baby.
I'm
Give
not
me Big Boss.
Big Boss. You like that? All right, I'll.
Fucking puss hole.
No, come on. All right, let me try again. Big Boss. You like that?
It's spot on.
I tried. All right, here we go. Big Boss.
You both look like Snape, no cap.
We don't both look like Snape. We don't look like Snape, okay? See, I could be Josh Belmar. I just got to get a little fuzzy background. I just need to get some animal, skin it, and then put it behind me. That you probably did. What animal did you skin to get that behind you? Did you go caribou hunting?
I think it's just like albino caribou.
Yeah, it might be. I've seen some in Red Dead Redemption 2. And that proves it's probably right. It's probably real. I have.
I don't know. I just bought it online. Somebody took care of that stuff.
Come on.
I'm not a fighter. I'm a lover. But a lot of people project.
You're a
visions
lover. You've
of-
done nothing but shot venom at me and your
they
whole
project-
family.
No, but that's the thing is you attacked me for. What am I to sit here and take it like a fucking punching bag?
What'd I say?
What do you think this is? Gold's Gym, and I'm sitting in the corner, heavy bag, just getting smacked.
No, you're the
left,
soft
right, and
bag.
center
You're the
all
soft
day.
bag. You're the 10-pound weight. That's what you are. You're the 10-pound dumbbell. You're a dumbbell. That's what you are. Fucking dumbbell. That's what you are.
It's not a bag. That's a weight. What the hell are you talking about?
Ain't no holla back, girl.
Let me see you punch a dumbbell. That's gonna hurt.
Watch this. I mean, I can do that. I'm strong. Hey, you call me a puss, so I punch dumbbells every day for breakfast. I do.
I'm so hard, I get brass knuckle hand jobs. How about that, motherfucker?
What the fuck? Oh yeah, well, I'm so hard that I can't get hard. I can't get hard. I know. I can't. I apologize. I didn't mean to go there, but I need to get a sponsorship with Blue Chew. I think that would really help me out. That would really help me out. It would. Relatable. I mean, it's up there. It's up there. Well, since we are in the second, I would say we're in the question asking portion right now of the interview. If we have questions in the chat you would like for Mr. Venom Spitting Professor Snape himself,
Here, give them to me.
drop a question for Josh Belmar. We would love to hear it. We would absolutely love to hear it. We would love to. We would. How you having a good time so far, Josh?
Yeah, man, I appreciate you having me on. I like these shows.
Of course. This is only our third show. This is like the beginning. And I really appreciate you coming on. I do.
Yeah, I'll come on the next one too. Why not?
Of course. I mean,
Put me in.
Actually, next we have the windbag. You know the windbag?
Oh yeah, dude, forking.
Yes.
We're forking it up.
And we also have Sybil lined up. And I saw Abel in the chat. Would love to have Abel on as well. That's true. That's true. All right, we have a volunteer fireman with a question that says, when's Tony Hawk coming on the show, Josh? The
Have you seen
Birdman.
this tweet?
No, what was his tweet?
He was in Nashville not too long ago.
Oh,
He
shit.
wanted to hang out, and I said, "Sorry, Tony."
What? What?
Yes.
Why would you pass up that
I
opportunity?
said, "Not tonight, Tony."
Why? Because you had a hot date?
Me?
The roads were bad? Is that what you said? Huh? Is that what you told him?
No, I didn't. I didn't start adapting that into my arsenal until recently. That's my new thing. Okay.
That shows that I'm on the cusp.
That's my fucking new thing. You know.
I'm on the cusp of the Josh Belmar lore. I am.
I'm on a new thing. Getting high.
Getting
On
high.
a new thing. Getting high on a new thing. You know that song?
No.
Getting high.
Is that the Beatles?
Get high on a new thing. Get high. High on a new thing. Damn, damn. Ba-ba-da-dum, choo, wow, wow.
Thank you for that. Thank you. Thank you. What band is that? What band makes that song?
What band makes that song?
Yeah.
Enough's enough.
No, I know. I'm just asking what band made that song.
It's enough's enough.
I just want to know the name of the band.
We love getting high.
It's fucking enough's enough.
All right, if you want to be like that, let's go to the next question.
Enough's enough.
I know. I'm gonna stop. What? All right, we have another one. What are Josh Belmar's nicknames as a child? Says Stone Monster 400.
Perfect angel.
Okay.
Godsend. My mom's in here. You ask her.
We don't have your mom. We have you on the show. We have you on the show.
Can we
Come
get-
on. Come on.
We should get my mom in here. She'll tell you what my names were as a child.
All right. Well, let me try this real quick while she's answering. Let me try. Yeah. You out there, Dad? Yeah.
Hey,
You
good
out there?
question.
You out there?
Do you want kids?
What?
Yeah, I'm gonna ask you a question. Do you want kids?
I would like to replicate the Brady Bunch. I would like to have 8 children and a housemaid. That's what I would like. I'd like to have a little Brady Bunch.
Here's a story of a man named Angry, right? The Angry Bunch. The Angry Bunch.
I guess. I never really thought of it that way, but I guess. If you want to go that route. Doodle Don says, I am here. She's here. It goes kind of hard. It kind of does. And as we said earlier, I cannot get hard. I can't. Next album review stream when, Mr. Lovely Belmar? Probably very soon, I imagine. When is that?
Wait, what was the question?
When is the next album review coming up?
I don't. Nothing planned, but let's do it soon. That sounds fun.
Yeah, right on.
I don't got anything planned. I like to do an Elton John one.
Elton John. What a
Goodbye
guy.
Yellow Brick Road.
Didn't he just
That's
have
an
his
album.
last tour? I think he just finished his last tour.
Possibly. I seen him live.
Oh, really? How was it? I bet that's an amazing
Really
show. God damn. That's a
Mhm.
good show. Not tonight, the
Good
roads
ass
were
show.
bad. Oof.
Yeah.
Actually, you want to
Start
know...
off with Funeral
go
for a
on.
Friend.
Funeral for a Friend. I gotta say, I'm kind of behind on the Elton John, but I went to a Rammstein concert where they had a segment where they got a big purple penis, and they shot the audience with foam.
Goo. Yeah, goo.
Yeah. And I sadly was not in the splash zone. I need to get better tickets next time, but I was not in the splash zone. I was not. I wasn't.
Sad.
We have Volt Sparkle saying, Josh, what's the favorite bit you have done?
My favorite bit that I've done.
Yeah. It's a good one.
Give me a second. There's a lot of things I got to go through.
Take your time.
My favorite bit. You can't do that when I'm thinking of shit. Usually if a joke doesn't hit, you do the crickets.
We're just trying
Probably the puzzle gluing ceremony stream.
What is that?
That's up there, Skitty Squirrel. But I think the puzzle gluing ceremony stream was my favorite bit.
All right. All right. I'll have to research that.
It was a stream in which I glued a puzzle, a 1,000-piece puzzle together, and it felt like a deeply evil ritual.
Mhm.
And I didn't say one word, and I had a wonderful narrator who, in a very eerie way, described what was going on.
Mhm.
Very epic.
That sounds cool. If you mind me saying,
Very epic.
Very epic. We love epic. This is my favorite bit. Is I don't know if you would like to, but if people don't know about the meats, the hanging meats, if people are curious about that, I mean, that is, I gotta be honest, that's probably one of my favorites. That is probably one of my favorites. I'll be honest.
I forgot about it. That's a good one.
That's my kind of humor. That is my kind of humor right there. Would you
You like
care to
that?
do that? It's up to you. It's up to you.
Oh, I'd love to, man.
Go for it.
Listen. So a guy walks into a bar and he sees these pieces of meat hanging from the ceiling. And he asks the bartender, "What's the deal with these pieces of meat?" And the bartender says, "Well, here at this bar, we have a little game we play where if you jump and touch the meat, you get free drinks all night. But if you jump and miss, the next round and the whole bar is on your fucking ticket." So the barman walks away, and this guy's sitting there just eyeballing these pieces of meat, you know. A few minutes pass, the bartender comes back, and he asks the guy, "So what's it gonna be? You gonna try to jump and touch the meat?" And the guy says, "You know, I've thought about it. I'm gonna have to pass. The stakes are just too high."
Round of applause. Can we get a round of applause for that? That was. Thank you. Thank you for that, Josh. Thank you. Thank you. We love that. We love that. We absolutely do. We do. We have another question by Twitch Josh. Ask him if he's heard the new Sucky? Yeah, you heard anyone named Sucky?
No.
Oh.
Sucky?
Sucky water? Sucky? Y'all know any Suckies?
Sucky?
Sucky. And that's what this guy's saying. That he said sucky. I think Suki. Oh.
Sucky?
Yeah, sucky. You know, sucky? Not saki.
Sucky?
Sucky. Am I coming through loud and clear? Sucky?
What are you saying?
I'm just reading the chat here. I'm just reading the chat. I am. And you work with what you're given. He was a great child, says Doodle Dawn. Fun, goofy, smart, artistic, and always late. Hey, guess what? Josh Belmar was early to his spot today. He was early by like a minute or two, which I applaud him for heavily. I do. I really appreciate that a lot. I do. It's true.
Thank you.
He's
Thank
a
you.
changed
That's
man.
nice.
He's a changed man.
I
He
was,
is.
Man. That's me, man.
That's you in a nutshell right there. Wormtown.
Getting high on a new thing.
Speaking of what? Oh, there we go. There we go. Speaking of high, you like cannabis? You a big cannabis guy?
Oh, yeah, I like
you
the
like getting a
edibles.
little
I
late
do like
night
edibles.
stony? What do you? What do you like doing? I remember I did a stream. Where I had not smoked in months, and I took 10 edibles before the stream, and that was the whole premise. I'm gonna be completely zero tolerance,
Holy
taking
shit.
10, and
Wait,
that was a
How many
nightmare.
milligrams were each edible?
There were 15, so it wasn't a huge amount, but it was 15 times 10.
150.
I've taken 750
milligrams.
before. I have.
No, I'm not quite there, dude. I take like a 12, 15 mil. I'm good. That really gets me. at the right spot. I
That-
don't need more than 15.
That was a nightmare stream. It was a nightmare. I was looking at the chat log. There were a bunch of people with pitchforks trying to stab me.
It must have been awful.
It was. I thought it'd be a good idea.
Both for you and as a viewing experience. I don't do streams when I'm high because it's hard to navigate. I just get spacey.
It's true.
I can't respond. I'm like just really slow with like taking in information.
I agree.
You know?
I agree. I used to do a lot of stone streams. I'm also feeling the same way. I feel like I do better if I'm not all lit up on the THC in my brain. I mean, it just kind of sends me down weird directions. Now I just get tired.
It's honestly easier to do stream when you're like really drunk than you are really stoned.
Very true.
It's a lot. It is. I'm gonna say not a lot easier, but it is easier. But the worst part is the morning you feel worse with the alcohol than you
Very
do
true
with
as
the
well.
Edibles.
On the day before Christmas, I did a stream as degenerate as I can get, as I was drinking vodka and doing scratch-offs while we were tracking Santa. And I spent that Christmas morning exfiltrating my body, looking like the girl from The Exorcist for 8 hours.
That's good.
That's how I spent this Christmas. It was. And while I was in bed sick,
brilliant.
I watched a 4-hour documentary on the history of The Sims. I don't know why I watched that. I would never watch that. But I just sat there and just, all the Sims, they're very different. They've fallen off, according to that guy. But I mean, I know. That was a time I may not recreate. May not recreate that time, honestly.
That's a nice stream.
It was fun.
Drinking vodka, tracking Santa, doing scratch-offs.
It was a blast.
That has levels to it.
Yeah.
That is nice.
And we got raided by Pastor Lee Rogers that night, so we had a bunch of people in there. We did. It was fun. It was a fun time.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, that's a good night.
By the way, Josh, I know you like these call-in shows. Tell me, do you have a deep love? I feel like it's a dying breed on Twitch. The dying breed is the call-in show. I feel like there's not enough people doing it. There isn't.
I feel like there's more than ever people doing it.
I mean,
disagree.
Oh, but like more than ever is probably like 10.
No.
What?
No. What are you talking about? I feel like when I started streaming, there was like one guy maybe that did a call-in show.
When did you start streaming,
now
by the way?
It's kind of March 2020.
Oh, shit.
Coming up fucking 4 years in this piece.
And I don't mean to interrupt. Go on. I'm sorry.
I think there's a lot more call-in shows now than ever before.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I mean, Pastor Dave was the first.
Yeah, I've seen clips of him.
Bible Boys, he was the original. I mean, he's the only when I'm the first one to remember him. But you had a lot of people kind of spring from that. Jimmy being one of them, one of my favorite streamers, Floppy Jimmy. You know that guy.
Yeah, of course. I mean,
but,
right here.
I need to be the first one to tell you that. But I think now a lot of people, it seems to be like a really good template too. It's a great way if you're not really a gamer and sometimes just chatting. It's nice to have like a thing, even if you're not always getting calls. It's nice to have that option out there because it's cool to kind of connect with your audience that way.
Yeah.
And I think it's a great tool. I try to do it every once in a while. It's usually I get a lot of fuckers who call into me, to be honest.
Yeah.
A lot of guys pretending to be my neighbor and shit.
Like you did to
I get
Leslie.
sick of that. No, I didn't pretend to be his neighbor.
Well, you're some guy getting like attacked or something. I thought that was entertaining. I thought it was.
Yeah, but I don't call on every fucking stream that he's on with the same bit.
No. Yeah, I mean, I
got some guy who calls in every stream, puts on a terrible Southern accent, calls himself fucking Buck, and he's saying the same shit about how get the hell out of my backyard.
I mean,
and honestly, it kind of just I'm like enough. And then I got another girl, love her
cock
to death,
and balls and pee and
but
boo and
she's
cock and
always
balls
just
and
like
pee and boo and
calls
cock
in
and
and is like,
balls
what's
and
up?
pee
What do
and
you want
boo
to
and
talk
cock
about? I'm
and
like, you don't
balls
call
and pee
in
and boo and cock and
say that.
balls
And I
and
try
pee
to
and
ask
boo
her,
and
the only
cock
thing
and
that seems to
balls
be
and pee
interesting
and
that
boo.
she
Hey,
has
how's it
talked about in
going,
the past
Belmar?
is her online relationship, but now she doesn't even talk about that.
Yeah.
So so she's just sitting there, and And then you get the fuckers who say, "Hey, is this Domino's pizza? Can I get a large pepperoni?"
That's old.
Enough!
I know that's tacky.
Enough!
That's tacky. I mean, I start on
tacky.
I start on Twitch.tv as a game-only fella, and I fell in love with these call-in shows. I was like, I dream to do such a show, and I started some weird thing while I was in space, and that I ended up scrapping that for 2 episodes. Now I have 2 call-in shows, Tech Talk and QBC, Sunday and Thursday, and I feel like when I first started those, something about those, they're just so vulnerable. I was so scared when I first did that. It's a huge change from just playing games. I was very scared. I was. I mean, what do you feel about that?
Puss hole. That's how I feel.
Do we have to go back to this again? Do we have to go back to this again? Call me 10 Weenie Tommy, 10 Weenie Petey, 10 Tommy Cocky. And then you call me Holes of Puss. And that's I played games. I never took calls. But now I get a plethora of callers. My last hour was just someone calling, making fart noises. That I didn't appreciate that.
You need to do this weekly tracking Santa vodka and scratch off stream.
But
That
Santa's
sounds
in
like that
hibernation.
has some fucking legs to it. Try to track Santa in fucking April. What is this guy doing on the off season?
Actually,
you know,
we might do that. That's a good idea. I might do that. But I'm not drinking as much as that night. I'm not. Holy shit. Good Lord. I never had a hangover so bad in my damn life. Jesus.
I had a really bad hangover. We got this new thing called Sunday Seltzers.
I saw that.
It's really creating a whole buzz.
You
on
go with
internet
the White
space.
Claws?
To start, I got really fucked up a couple weeks ago, but I had the Scarlet Letter Seltzer recently, and it was real nice.
Mm-hmm.
I want to kind of dip into one now, but I shouldn't. I got to be very disciplined with my drinking.
I mean, if you want to. I mean, if you want to pop one, it's your call. It's your call.
All right. Sounds
Go
good,
for
yeah.
it.
That's all I needed. Thank you.
All right, of course. Go for it. All right, let me DM our musical guest and tell him, DC, you already... We are going to have a live musical performance is what we plan. There it is. There we go. I just doxed my DMs. I mean, it's just me talking about music. That's nothing fancy. It's literally just me talking about music. It's nothing entertaining. It's not. Ooh, look at that thing. What percentage is that thing? What percentage?
It's 4.3.
Oh. If I took a shot of vodka, would that be too much? Would that be too much?
That's up to you, baby girl. That's up to you, baby girl.
I'm not a baby girl and I'm not a hole. I'm not a hole.
Is that Tito's?
No, it's
Is that
absolute.
Tito's sweetheart?
I'm not your sweetheart. This is your sweetheart. Okay, this is your sweetheart, and I'll put up to the end of days. That's your sweetheart, and I would never cheat. I'm not a cheater. I'm not a cheater. I know you're already in a very steady relationship, and I don't want to ruin that. I don't want to ruin that for you. It's something I really cherish watching you
got a lot of
guys.
sweethearts. He's one of them, though. He's up there.
What are some of your other? I know Abba. You said another sweetheart. Yeah, you got.
Katie wanted me to come out tonight. I said I got a work thing. We're talking about you. I said, sorry, Katie. She's over in East Nashville.
No?
She's like, "What's up?" I said, "Katie, good to see you."
Oh,
can't.
Oh. I mean, I appreciate
Said,
that.
Hey, I'm in East Nashville. Let's meet up for a drink. Can't.
I appreciate that. I do. Get her on the program, says Naomi. Get her on the program. Come on, it's Katie. People want to see Katie on stream. But I heard you talk before that you have to be going out with someone for a little bit until you even show them your stream, it's probably a very smart thing to do.
No,
we just got a live sensor.
What was that?
Homemade margaritas.
We have a
are
TTS.
2
1 moment.
cups ice, blender, 1 shot Raspado,
A margarita.
1 shot triple sec, 1 shot sweet lime juice mix, plus fresh squeezed lime juice, And don't forget the salt.
The salt. You putting salt in a drink? You putting salt in a drink? I mean, margaritas. I've only had margarita once. This girl made it way too strong. We're watching Suicide Squad. We both were drinking it. She just passed out. So I Ubered home and I played Hearthstone the rest of the night. And then she broke up with me. Oh, wait. Yeah, sorry. That was my fault. There it is. That's what I did. I mean, she made him too strong. She did, and she passed out. So, I mean, I went home and played a card game. And it was a blast. It was. It was. So, Josh, what are you going to be doing on stream tonight? What is your plans for tonight?
Now, I thought about... I really don't... Listen, I'm a big snake, right?
Yeah, you like snake?
And they got this skin they rolled out. Oh, you can play as.
All right. You're just coming in and out a little bit choppy.
I'm choppy?
No, you're better now. It's recovered. It's recovered. If you want to start from the beginning, I apologize.
Hello?
No, you're good. You're good. We're fixed. We're fixed.
Test.
We're fine. We're fine.
Can you hear that?
Yes. The George Takei is my favorite one you have. Every time I fucking pass out laughing. I do. And then I wake up and I'm like, where was I? But it's always good. But what are you doing tonight again?
Have you heard that prank call where they use that? It's really fucking funny.
I don't think I have. I don't think I have, to be honest.
I'll just send it to you.
You should.
Anyways. Tonight, so there's the Fortnite. Metal Gear Solid. And I guess you have to do a couple tasks.
All right.
In order to play as the man himself, Big Boss. Yeah. But I think that I might wait.
Huh?
I might postpone. Initially, the idea was, hey, don't in-stream until I get this new skin. But it's been a while since I've had a little, put the face bomb on, got the box out, got the Metal Gear Metallica loaded. So I'm thinking I'm going to postpone that to tomorrow night. So as for tonight, listen, tonight, it's TBD.
Oh, all right. You have to tune in and see, and that's good. It leaves them on edge. They don't know what it is. You're edging them right now. You're edging them.
I might be trying to... we got Naomi in this piece. She rocked my world on the chessboard. And so I need to maybe do a little power hour in chess to kind of freshen up, sharpen the blades a little bit.
Very nice. Very nice. And I got to say, do you remember when we played VR chat together?
Oh yeah, you're a big part of that.
You remember that? I was a little Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah, you're super supportive.
I was.
It really helped me get my follows. You're a good one.
That was a fun night. I had a blast doing that. It was very fun.
Mm-hmm. You're one of my favorite recruits.
Thank you.
Easily.
Anytime you want to do it again. I mean, that was a time. That was me. That was me. I was the Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah, Marissa, that was him.
That was me. Back, how long ago was that? That was like a good 3-4 months. It was a while ago. It feels like time flies on this website. It does.
Yeah, I think it was in the middle. I did 40 days in a row. And I think it was all in that batch.
Jesus. I mean,
I don't know if it was I think the day 20 had to get 20 follows through VR chat.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's what it was. It was day 20, and then you
time.
did it again, didn't you? At 30 or something, or you did it a second time, I think.
Yeah, I did a second time.
God damn. Well, Mr. Belmar, you have been an amazing guest, and I've had an amazing time. You being here, I've had an amazing time. We're in the last 10 minutes of this show, and I gotta say, it's been a good time. It has been. Round of applause all around, of course. Shout for Josh Belmar. Shout for Josh Belmar.
Come on!
The fact that we got Leslie Tanner and Josh on the same show, two people that I honestly love to watch on this website, is honestly, it blows my mind. I was shitting my pants. Don't call me a pusshole, okay? Don't call me a fucking pusshole. I see it on your lips.
Me?
Yeah.
You're trying to prompt me to do it.
No, I'm not. I'm not prompting.
Dink donk, tin wiener fever, dink donk. Dink donk.
Do I look like I'm laughing? I'll look right at. Do I look like I'm laughing? I'm looking right in your eyes. Lock eyes with me right. Okay. That's cheating. That's cheating. Okay, that's cheating. That's cheating.
Gotcha.
You got me.
Gotcha.
All right, Belmar. We will see you later tonight. I will definitely be tuning in to your stream. Can't wait to see what you're doing.
All right, man.
Always
Thank
good
you.
to see you. Have a great night, Belmar.
All right, later, guys. Bye.
Amazing. Amazing. What a guest. What a guest. What a guest. There we are. There we are. What a show. What a show. And to cap this off, we have our musical guest live. Our musical guest for the first time ever. A live musical guest. Let's bring him in. Welcome in our musical guest. What should we call you here tonight? What should we call you?
My name is Dan.
Dan.
The Sandstorm Man.
Oh.
I do Darude Sandstorm covers.
Okay, well that sounds pretty enticing. A Darude Sandstorm cover. Okay, well.
Yeah, I do.
You want
Sandstorm covers.
You want to play a little bit? You want to play a little bit of that and see how it is? Yeah, if you could turn the camera on. Waiting for the camera.
Yeah, I'll turn my camera on.
There he is. Let's pull this up real
Hi
quick.
guys, it's me.
All right, let's get this. We'll pull it up. Now there's our musical guest of the night. There he is. Our musical guest of the night.
Show. I put a pic to remember it by in the late night
Dan,
down.
the Darude Sandstorm Man, and you can usually find me playing Darude Sandstorm at your local mall as a busker. I usually do that. So, you know, it's fine. You go to the local mall, and I'll be there performing with my various range of equipment and various instruments. You know, I've done many different covers of Darude Sandstorm.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
You want to shoot
Okay,
one of
so
those off right
I'll-
now? We'll love to hear it.
Yeah.
The floor is
I'd like to
yours.
I'd like to start off by playing with the chicken shake.
Okay.
Darude Sandstorm with the chicken shake.
Alright.
You guys know that amazing instrument. I've got this cover down to a T. I've been practicing this for about 3 years now.
All right.
So if we're all ready, we all know Darude Sandstorm. We've all got that going.
Let's give him a round of applause in the chat.
You ready?
All right, here we go.
So here's Darude Sandstorm on the chicken shake by Dan the Darude Sandstorm Man. Da-da-da-da-da. 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 So the chicken shake.
That was awesome. That was awesome.
That was, you know, a segment of my chicken shake one. Like I said, I do various other covers on various other instruments.
Okay.
I have the cowbell here. I have a special cowbell cover.
Everyone loves
of
cowbell.
The Darude Sandstorm. Yeah, it's so this one I like to play a little bit slower to sort of so you can listen to the mellowness of the cowbell.
All right.
So ready, more cowbell.
All right, here we go.
Let's go.
I'm one of the baddest motherfuckers of all time.
Thank you,
One
Brew.
of the best singers, one of the best looking motherfuckers you've ever seen.
Amazing.
That one.
That
one. A lot of people are very receptive to the cowbell one.
Everyone loves cowbell. Everyone loves cowbell. Thank you, Brew. I appreciate it.
You know, we also have for Christmas time when people like their sleigh bells. You know, they like the Christmas bell song. We like to do our Christmas version of Darude Sandstorm. So here's our Christmas cover of Darude Sandstorm.
Careful with the farts. Sorry, someone just farted. Rain down, watch your ass.
Whoa.
There we go.
Oh, geez,
I apologize.
Geez.
I apologize.
You ready?
Yeah, go for it.
This Christmas. Now, I know Christmas is over, but, you know, sometimes some people like to be festive even later on in the year.
I know, I do.
And that's why this one's a big hit all year round.
Let's get it.
So, you know. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da. 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 That's about it.
Right on.
With that one,
Right on.
like I said, that one's one of my most popular for Christmas time, but all year round it seems to resonate with people. So we've
I
also
know
got
this song.
our cymbals.
Oh.
You've seen the symbol cover of the Rude Soundstorm, where you know these instruments. They
Oh,
make
of course. Of course.
noise.
Love
Yeah.
love a good
You
symbol.
ready?
I'm
You
ready.
love the cymbals.
Mhm.
You ready?
Here
So
we
this
go.
is the Rude Sandstorm cymbal version.
Amazing.
That
Yeah.
was a good one. That was a good cover.
You got one more for us? You got one more in the chamber? One more in the chamber?
I have my triangle solo.
Oh, yes, this is my
I
favorite.
have my triangle solo.
Let's
Now, this is the one that, this is the one that I know you love.
Yes.
A lot. And this is the one most people love, and that's why I saved the best till last.
Yes.
On this one, this is my triangle cover of the Rude Sandstorm.
Here we go.
You ready?
I'm ready.
All ready? Da-da-da-da. 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 Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. It's hard to do all of these covers at once. It really
No,
takes that breath out of you as well.
I'm sure
when
it does.
You know, when you're hitting the thing, and it's a hard one to do.
Should we get one more? We have the audience yelling. We need more. Do you have one more in you? You got another one in you?
I do have my keyboard.
Oh.
Up here.
Whoa.
My keyboard.
Encore. All right, here we go.
If you have the backing track I sent you earlier.
The chat's exploding. The chat's exploding with Encore.
I sent the backing track earlier to you. I don't know if you got that.
I sadly, was it Darude Sandstorm?
Yeah, it was the Darude
I got
Sandstorm, the mix I got that I sent you.
Oh, I can't see that because if I look at DMs, then everyone will see it. Oh, I'll do this real quick. How about this? All right, get that. We're gonna get this working. I don't see anything in my DMs, sadly.
Nothing in the DMs?
Nothing in the DMs.
I think it's up there.
It's not there.
Sorry,
it's not there.
If you check your email.
My email?
Your email.
I don't look
this,
at my
I sent
email.
You a DM email like this one.
Oh, there